had yourselves teleported from cold and rainy Baldur's Gate to warm and tropical Port 9 Zaru on the peninsula of Chult. Why were you teleported? Because there is a death curse causing everyone who's ever been raised from the dead to die again, to wither on the vine, as it were. You were hired by a rich former adventurer to go and adventure for her because she is too weak to do it herself. You met up with some guides for the jungle because none of you know your way around them. You agreed on a dwarf, and you agreed to help him get to his to free his clan's mine of a kobold menace, I believe. And in return, iron. Yeah, that's right. Flame newts, fire newts. And by doing so, he will guide you for free through the jungle, hopefully to find what it is you are looking for. He said he would meet you the next day to talk about supplies you would need to acquire for your trek into the jungle.
Sounds exciting.
I missed the last 3 words there. It cut out for me. What about supplies in the jungle?
He's going to recommend to you this. He's going to take you shopping for the supplies you need in the jungle.
Okay, sorry. Perfect.
All right.
And at that point, man, I'm just going to say, I think we need jugs for water.
Oh, for water.
Who's the smallest one of all of us, size-wise? I mean, I'm not huge by any means. I'm 6 foot. I'm a paladin. I've got heavy armor on. But who's the smallest one, other than Karen? Who's a female?
Probably me then, since I think Rain is giant.
I'm a little bit over 6 feet.
Yeah, you're huge. Yeah, you're a big barbarian, right? Tyler, what race is your character again? I apologize.
He's fine. He's a wood elf, and he's 5'10", I think.
So I'm gonna, but you're quite skinny as a wood elf. So I'm gonna look at the barbarian, and then I'm gonna look at the wood elf, and I'm gonna pat the barbarian on the shoulder and say, and look at the and look over at your character, Tyler, and at Theron. Am I pronouncing it correctly?
Yeah, it's just Theron.
I'm gonna say, Theron. Yeah, we could help carry some extra jugs of water if we can find them for you, if you're unable. And I'll just take my lead and start walking off towards the market, assuming we're going that way.
All right. The dwarf will shake his head and say, "Hey, you don't need to carry water. You don't carry too much water in Chult. It rains often enough that what you need is the rain catchers. That way, when you stop it, you can let the rain wash in. You get enough water most days to keep you alive. So 1 barrel per person is enough. They're pretty heavy."
All right, I can look at Musharif and say, well, I think we can have him carry a few extra jugs.
So he said, I'm sorry again, did he say did he say get a barrel?
So get a rain catcher.
Yeah, rain catcher. Yeah, that's a water. It's a water barrel. It's in the PHP.
Oh, so to get 1 barrel?
Well, barrel, if you can carry the more barrels, the better just for backup. But it does rain enough that you can catch water throughout the day to drink.
Oh, okay.
As long as you have enough range catchers.
I was thinking carrying jugs, because I think 2 jugs is 1 gallon, but is he saying he recommends us to get?
Well, let's take a look at that. Let's take a look at the PHP.
Oh no, I'm saying, is he recommending that we get a barrel per person?
If you can carry it, because it's 70 pounds, they're heavy.
I mean, I think that I'm actually able to, but I don't know if other people would be able to actually carry a barrel. I mean, the barbarian, obviously.
Rain could, but he prefers not to march through jungle carrying barrels if you can.
Well, man, you offered to carry my barrel for me. I think I'll let you do that.
Breaking character for a second, man. I was listening to the recording today, and I love the voice that you're doing, by the way.
Who, Rain, or?
Rain does not think that the barrel will fit in the haversack. It is a bit too big, I think.
Adding 70 pounds to my total weight, it doesn't say I'm encumbered. I don't know how that's possible. It puts me over 207 pounds and it doesn't say encumbered.
I think it's 15 times your strength. So if your strength's high, it's pretty going to put you close.
All right,
Um,
16, yeah. So
All right, but if you want to do so you can do the jugs. Jugs are 4 pounds each. They each hold a gallon of water. Now remember, you guys are each going to need
2, right?
Let me get in the book. Too far.
I am assuming that the water
You need
is in the rivers is not safe to drink and stuff.
the dwarf starts trying like no. There's these little they're kind of like leeches, but they get lodged in your throat and they swell up and they cause you to start choking. Nasty things.
Can you strain the water and boil it?
You can boil it. If you so, but again, if you get some rain catchers, they're available here in the city. They're not too expensive.
Listening
It
to
rains-
this. Sorry.
It rains enough. We shouldn't hopefully have to worry about that.
Listening to this conversation, Mandrake's gonna start coughing and just like Mandrake's gonna drink the rain water. I think that's the best idea.
So what it is, the dwarf will fill you in how it works. You got to drink 2 gallons of water a day. If you don't, it's a DC 15 con save or suffer level of exhaustion. If you're wearing medium or heavy armor, it's at disadvantage.
Okay.
Okay. So, and if you decide to walk at a faster pace than normal, you give a -5 to that check. So he does recommend you pick up some jugs. It says 2 copper each, so we'll say you can get like 10 jugs for gold. Would that be right? 10? Yeah, we'll say 10 jugs for gold if you want. He also tells you really need to buy
2 copper each, so 10 for a silver.
10. Is that 10 for? Okay, 10 for silver. Yes.
I'll pick that up.
Okay.
It's just to save it for everybody. So 1 silver. So
Yeah.
I'll take it out of mine.
Okay. He tells you need to pick up some something for the mosquitoes. There's a lot of insects in the jungle, and they all carry diseases, and the diseases are not pleasant. If you don't take care of it, you will come down sick.
Is there some sort of is there some sort of repellent that we can purchase, or what do you recommend?
Yep. He pulls out what looks like a brick of soap, and it just smells foul. And he says this is a waxy salve. You got to rub it on every morning. It's water resistant, so it won't wash off in the rain, and it'll keep it off. But we got to do it every day, and you got to have enough for however long you plan on being in the jungle.
And how long does one of those blocks last?
It tells you that insect repellent. There we go. It's 1 gold per block. It's good for 20 applications, so 20 days.
Mandrake's gonna turn to Theron and as like the druid, the naturist, and gonna say, do you know what that is and what it's made of, and will it have any other effect on us? It smells terrible.
All right, I'm gonna walk over to it, look at it, eye it closely, sniff it a little bit.
Okay.
I have no idea, not at all.
But
if this man here sees
half the point.
Pat, we can hear you biting that apple.
All right, I'm gonna put it on. It's actually a banana. I'm gonna put it on push to talk. Sorry.
Okay. No worries.
And I'd like to buy some extra rations, please.
Yeah, you can totally buy some rations.
How much are they?
Whatever the cost is in the.
I could look it up.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I don't have it open anymore.
Yep. I got it, man. I got the. Well, I just had it.
Yeah. So you reckon? So I do expect you guys to track your rations and to track your insect repellent.
5 silver. It says in the book.
Okay.
So I don't know what if it'd be more or less here.
Food's plentiful here. The food would be the same cost.
All right.
It won't be the stuff you're used to be with strange dried fruits and jerky of new animals, but it's all common.
Now, do we want to? I know we have our own. I mean, we got another 200, right? I mean, I'm gonna take my ration stuff out of my own gold, but do we want to get like a stash of rations for all of us, or should we individually buy rations? I mean, what do you guys want to do here?
I would think that I think if you were going to the jungle, you'd probably buy individual rations.
Individual?
Probably. Just
Okay.
I mean, that's how you do when you go camping. So I mean,
All right, man. But here's what I'm gonna tell you, though. I mean, you know, on day 60, when I have 30 days of rations left and you have none.
I'll just make my own.
Okay.
Because to have good berry.
What do you guys think? I mean, how many rations do you think we need?
Well,
What
how
do you guys
many?
plan on bringing? I have 10 right now. I have 10 days of rations, obviously, an explorer's pack. But
Well, let me see which pack I got. Yeah, I got an explorer's pack. So I guess it has 10 rations in it.
yeah, 10. Where are the
Oh, it-
options on this so I could turn off? So I could eat this friggin' banana. I'm starving.
Never hurts to be prepared. If worst comes to worst, we could hunt some of the animals here in the jungles.
Oh yes, you can definitely hunt some of the animals. They'll hunt you back, of course.
Rain imagines that were you able to down one, the dinosaur would provide quite a bit of meat.
So, okay, how many? Well, I think the better way to determine this would be how many bars of soap would we take?
How many what?
How many of these soap things, the insect repellent?
How many do you want? They're plentiful for sale.
I mean, I'm asking everybody else. I have a whole 4 gold.
Yeah,
Is
I
it
think
cutting out?
most of us are in the 5 gold area as well.
I have more than that. I have like 14. Wait, what's not me?
I'm not. It's not. Everybody's fine for me.
Mike-wise was the conversation happening on the side. I just didn't want to interrupt the game for it.
Oh, I can hear it. I have more gold than that. I have like 14 gold. I started with 15.
Aren't you rich?
Yeah. Yeah. How much are the
Insect
the
blocks?
soap? Yeah, the insect blocks.
The insect blocks are gold for a charge of 20 days.
All right. I'll take 3 of them.
Okay.
I'll buy 2 of them.
Yeah, I'll buy 2 as well. I'm checking out rations. Are 5 silver apiece.
Is there significant enough weight that I need to track weight on the smelly blocks?
Smelly blocks go for.
Everything is 1 pound, according to the book.
Yeah, I'll say they're like the 3 of them is a pound. Now,
0.3.
now, if you are going to now, the next place he takes you is to take care of what you're taking care of first, and then we'll go to the next thing.
Okay.
Okay. Everybody bought all the rations and all the salve they want?
No, just it's 5 silver. You said.
That's
For
what
what?
it looks like.
The
For
rations?
rations.
well, how many can I carry? 5 silver per ration, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And 1 silver, 1 gold equals 10 silver.
Mm-hmm.
I hate doing math. How many do you guys buy? We should just keep it around the same, so we're screwed at the same time. How many days rations does everybody have? I'm gonna get the same.
I have 10 days of rations for my explorer's pack, and I only have enough gold to buy 4 more.
4 more.
Yeah. Well, 5
And
more.
Everybody else?
I'm at 15 after shopping as well. Which means that we need to have ways to acquire food in the jungle, and I do not have a feature that does that.
5 times 10.
How's Mr. Goodberry over there?
Oh, I'm fine. I've got 15 days. I've got 15 days of rations. I mean, if we need to, I can use Goodberry, but I'm going to hold off for a while. Just because I've only got 2 spells. Well,
All right,
2.
I'll buy 50 days of rations.
Okay.
Yeah. And
So, yeah.
when you guys run out, come talk to me. All right. I'm not, I'm practical, and I used to be in the army, and I know that my chances of survival are greater with other people. So
Rain is very practical. He is also just very poor.
should I get you to get more than 50? And then I guess when Matt is here, we'll let him retroactively.
I'll work with Matt outside the game to get him supplied up for what he needs.
We do have the money from our benefactor.
Oh, we should definitely use that for
Yes,
rations.
for the rain catchers.
How much are those? Well, why don't we buy those and then see if we have anything left over for more rations?
The rain catcher, the dwarf takes you over there. It's like the rain catchers. You'll tap a big, what looks like a big, like upside down umbrella. Is a tarp across this wooden frame. You see, collapsible, so it's easily carried. And you can pop it open when it's raining. Set it down, and it'll catch. It can catch up to 2 gallons of water per inch of rainfall. It'll hold up to 8 gallons at a time until you fold it up and put it away again. It costs 1 gold each, and they weigh 5 pounds. Now, they cannot transport water themselves, though.
Right.
As long as it's set up, it can hold up to 8 gallons if it rains that hard. But if you want to carry it, you got to dump the water in something.
Like a barrel.
Right.
Rain will ask the dwarf, whose name escapes me and who I no longer have up on my screen.
He's dwarf.
Will we be taking a boat up the river first?
He says, "Do you have a boat? A river is not a bad idea, at least as far as Camp Vengeance. There's rapids up there.
Or steal one."
Rain was asking so he knew whether we needed to rent or buy a boat.
It would not be a bad idea. It's a little quicker traveling than going through the river. Than going through the woods, rather.
Do the Order of Gauntlet people have boats that come and go, and perhaps we could pay for a ferry?
He shakes his head, says, "Those poor fools don't have enough money to buy clothes for themselves half the time."
Just a thought here. I just considering what's going on. We may want to consider. Or I'm going to ask the dwarf. How easy is it going to be to rent a boat? Will people be actually willing to rent us a boat, considering what's going on and the odds of us,
No
Yeah.
No one's going to rent you a boat. They'll sell you a boat.
And what do they usually run for a boat for our needs and size and that, like?
Where's that cost at?
What are those health check things? What are those?
That's a macro. I was trying to figure out how to whisper to the GM. It just tells me how many hit points and what your AC is.
Oh, cool.
Yep, it's pretty neat. Mr. Sneaky, I'm going to scroll up and read everything the GM's been working on for the last week. I'll say 30 gold
For a boat?
for a boat.
So it seems to me, Mandra's not the most intelligent, but he's going to say practically there's 4 of us plus the dwarf. Do we need to consider his reign, or does he have his own? Do you have your own setup for water? Do we need to consider your water needs as well?
He tells you that he's got his own rations, and he can survive in the jungle himself, no problem. Water, that it would be, he's planning on utilizing whatever rain catchers you have, because that's something the party, it rains. It usually rains enough that the rain catchers should be able to provide, unless you had a dry spell.
Well, if it does, you said it can hold up to 8 gallons, right? So then we would need more than 1, because if there's 5 in the party and we need 2 gallons in the day.
He recommends at least 2, probably maybe 3 or 4 if you can have enough weight if you can carry them all, because they could break, they could get stolen or lost.
How much do they weigh?
5 pounds each.
All right, I say we get, and you said they're 5 gold each.
5 gold each.
Are
I
they
say we
able
definitely
to fit in a backpack? Like, can you?
They're not that. No, they're bigger than that. But you strap them to your back.
Okay, I just didn't know if they'd go in the haversack.
No,
or
they don't
the
go in the
bag. Bag of holding, rather.
Who
Do you
has
have a bag of holding?
Yes.
How do you have a bag of holding?
I may be thinking of my other character.
I think you're thinking of the other character.
I think a handy haversack is just, it uses your own weight, I think.
All right,
Maybe.
so I say we get 4, right? Anybody else? Any other suggestions other than 4?
Well,
4.
4 sounds good.
4.
Mushroom, you said that we couldn't drink directly from the rivers, but could we draw water from the rivers and then drink?
As long as you boil it for about an hour first.
What about if I freeze it?
He kind of laughs at you and says, "Water doesn't freeze."
Oh, really? You don't have a jug or any amount of water here, do you?
He pulls out a flask and says, "It's like it's not water," and he starts slamming it back.
No.
All right, I'd like to buy jugs as well. I'd like to buy 2 jugs.
Okay. I thought you did that already. Yes, because I said 10 gold for 10 jugs.
Did we? Yeah, we did. We did. Are you guys carrying your own jugs? Because I'm not carrying 10 jugs. You guys can carry your own jugs, right?
Carry some jugs.
Wait, it was 10 gold for 10 jugs? No, 10 silver, right?
It was 1 silver for 10 jugs. And they're just gourds.
And
gourds
you guys are you're carrying your own jugs, right? Because I'm not carrying 10 jugs.
Yeah, we'll carry
late. All right.
We'll carry jugs.
So I got 2 jugs. So do we have to go talk to somebody for a boat, and then with the rest of the money, do we want to get some rations and save some money for down the line, just in case we need it?
Sounds good to me.
Do we want to buy more rations? Currently, like I said, I have 60 rations, and I'm willing to share down the line. Or do we want to get some more so we each have, some more rations? But we can also hunt. You have the berry option.
If the wilds are as dangerous as I think they are going to be, we might be all right with good berries for the foreseeable future. Besides, I'm fairly good at tracking. and I'm also very quiet.
We also have the money right now, and I'd hate to be in a situation where we die because we don't have food.
The
You know what I
money
mean?
does you no good in the jungle.
Yeah. So if we have 200, I mean, so far we've used. Wait, how much were the catchers? Again, they were 5.
They were gold
Do you have any-
each, and they're 5 pounds each.
Okay, so we bought 4 of them. We have 196 gold.
You are going to spend some of that on a boat, right? Give us 30 gold.
Yeah, but we haven't gotten to that guy yet. I mean, have we? Can we just subtract 30 gold, or are we going to go see that person?
For efficiency, we can just go ahead and we can say you could buy it for you've bought a boat for 30 gold. If you
All
need.
right, 166. Do we want to buy more rations, or are we just going to hold on to 166 gold?
Is there anything else we would need?
Rope.
Do we want rope and hunting traps and pythons and those kinds of things? Does anyone need that sort of stuff?
I have a sword and a shield, and I have rope. I have 50 pounds of hemp and rope. If you guys want more rope, the hunting materials are no use to me. I don't know how to operate those things, but they may be a use to you. And if they are, I'm all for buying them. But if something gets close to me, I can kill it. Otherwise, I'm not very good at tracking. I can throw a javelin with some accuracy, but I'm not very good at tracking.
Do we have a 10-foot pole? You joke, but we're going down the river, and
I'm just saying.
what is essentially the Amazon. So you poke something, you see something floating down the river, you poke it with a stick, and if it attacks you,
I'm still laughing, and Mandrew the character's laughing as well, but he's nodding, and he asks the dwarf, "Do you know where we can get a 10-foot pole? Or is there a nearby tree?"
He's continued drinking out of that flask, laughing at you foreigners. Puts in your way through the things like, I got a 10-foot pole for you. He takes you to a merchant that sells another one of the merchants in here that has 10-foot poles for sale.
For your guys' sake, do you guys know how to set up push to talk so I don't bother you with my smoking thing? I've been trying for like 10 minutes now. Yeah, I'm at the thing, but it's not letting me set it up. When I put
He vanished.
input mode, voice activity.
Yeah, I think it worked there, Mandrew, because we don't hear it anymore.
He set it to push to talk, and now he doesn't have a keybind set?
Probably.
Yeah, it's on voice and video, and you just change it to push to talk, and you set the shortcut to whatever key you want, and you're done.
Yeah, the problem is I don't know how to set the button. That's what I've been playing around with, and I don't know how to set the button.
You click in the field, and it starts recording, and then you press the button you want it to be, and then you're done.
It's a Mushari. I've been in the wilds for quite some time, but the area that I've been in is much different than here. Is there any other things that you suggest?
He scratches his head a bit and takes another drink of his bottle. He's like, I might want some Tej. And he holds the bottle up, takes the
Excuse
edge
you?
off the night. Tej! And he hands the bottle over to you.
I'm going to sniff it.
It smells like the rawest, like it smells like honey whiskey, but like super raw honey whiskey.
If Theron's going to wince and say, I think I might pass, and hand it back to him.
He says, suit yourself, and he pours it back in.
By the way, I was asking about if freezing the water would fix it because I have shape water.
I figured that your guy does not know
Oh, well, we can always find out.
because he has never seen frozen water. Because this is the jungle, it does not get that cold.
Just wish I could freeze whiskey.
I mean, you can freeze whiskey. It's just going to make it more potent.
Well, no, I mean, like, freeze it while he was trying to drink it or something.
Test 1 2. Test 1 2.
Yep, you're working.
Roger.
Great idea.
Roger. Yes. Thank you, gentlemen. Sorry.
I'm so glad we could be your testees.
And since you were talking about cold water, I was thinking you're my testicles. Ba-dum-bum.
Oh, did you want us to were you going to try and freeze his whiskey? Was that what you're saying?
No, I was saying it didn't work like that, unfortunately.
Oh, okay.
Can I buy a flask and some booze?
Yes, the local booze is called Tej.
What is it mostly
It's
similar
like
to?
it's like a honey. It's like a whiskey made, and it's got like a honey taste to it, but it's very strong. A gallon cask of it costs 2 silver.
A whole gallon.
Whole gallon.
It's not a bad
How
deal.
much? That's annoying. I have to like click out of whatever I'm on to push to talk. How much does the gallon weigh?
It weighs
Five
whatever
pounds,
whatever the water whatever the water jug is.
I think it's like 4 pounds or 5 pounds.
Something like that.
A full water skin weighs 4 pounds.
And you said it's a whole silver?
2 silver.
2 silver. I'm gonna get that.
Okay. You have a gallon of heavy jungle whiskey.
All right. And who is carrying one person? I mean, we'll each carry one of the rain catchers. Is anybody gonna have a problem with that right now?
Rain can carry a rain catcher. Though he sees the irony of this statement.
Manager chuckles. How do you spell that?
Tej.
With a J and a Z.
Nope, just TEJ. Tej.
My bad. Water skins are 5 pounds in 5th edition.
Oh, I'm over the carrying capacity at 242. I can't even carry a rain catcher. Can you carry my rain catcher?
Yes.
I have to get rid of something actually.
I would offer to carry something, but I don't have enough room.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I have an extra 20 pounds, I think.
Did we pick up extra rations or no?
Just the 50 you bought previously.
All right.
Which is
I'm
a
gonna
lot of rations.
Yeah, it is. I'm gonna hand you 10 days rations. Is that cool?
It's fine. How much they weigh 20? They weigh
Yeah,
10, right?
We'll just put. Well, do you use the equipment thing? You could just put. I mean, I set it up for the actual weight. You know what I mean? So I put 2 pounds.
It'll do the math automatically.
Yeah, it does the math automatically. Is what I do. I don't know if you do it that way or if you calculate it yourself. So it would be 20 pounds.
I know we asked this like 9 times, but how much does a rain catcher weigh?
5 pounds.
Thank you.
Okay, I take it back. I'm carrying an extra 5. A 5, so I can carry 15. No, I can't even carry 15. I can only carry 10 rations. Wait, hold up.
All right, never mind. I'm not dealing with you.
Do you need me to carry it?
Yes.
How many?
I'll carry 10
No,
of them.
no. I'm taking back my rations from you, and
Okay.
you're not carrying any of the rations.
Okay.
I'm gonna give 10 rations to my barbarian friend.
I mean, you're asking the weak wood elf to carry lots and lots of stuff.
Why don't you just turn into a pony?
We
Next
got a
level.
wizard. Do we have a wizard who could polymorph him into a pony?
We're level 1. Nobody's doing anything cool.
Yeah. Quick question: the fifth player, is he going to be joining us, or
I
is he
haven't
still
heard. I
unavailable?
haven't heard from. If he isn't contacted by the third session, then probably not.
That's a shame.
So
I was looking forward to meeting him. You guys said he was pretty cool.
Yep.
I really hope it wasn't me. He was turned
no,
off
it wasn't that.
by hijinks.
It's not the first time he's pulled it. So we'll see. But all right, so you guys have got everything you need. Is there anything else you want to do today in the city?
Well, I'm completely broke, so there's not a whole lot I can do.
Well, we have more money for from our,
True.
from our. If you need something, we definitely can get it. So you just might not be able to carry it.
I wonder if I can even carry all that gold. Is there?
Who is carrying the gold? The barbarian's gonna have to carry it. How much do we have left now?
That's what I was trying to figure out since...
We had 166. We had to take away 30 after the ship, and then what was it? 20, another 20 after so 146. Did we get any? No, we got no additional rations after that, right?
No.
So 146.
What was the total number of rain catchers purchased?
4.
Then yes.
Yes, you want to get more?
No, yes, on the currency math.
Okay. So you guys have 100. So do you guys have everything set to go?
I think so.
All right.
By the way, how are we going to carry the boat in the river?
I imagine that it's in the river already, and
Yeah,
we just go to the spot in the river.
But are we just going to leave it there?
We can either leave it somewhere, or we can cut a
Anchor
deal with the folks at Camp Vengeance when we get there.
Okay.
But I feel like if we go far enough upriver and stash the boat, I don't know. I don't know enough about the river to make estimates, but I feel like, fuck it, the boat's going to be the least of our problems.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I was doing some calculations before. Did we get a 10-foot pole?
If you want a 10-foot pole, there are 10-foot poles for sale.
I mean, we
Let's
could
Let's get a
make
10-foot
it,
pole.
let's get a steel or aluminum, something lightweight.
There
for the
are
water.
wooden bamboo 10-foot poles available.
How much are they?
Whatever they
5
cost in the handbook, that's not much. You guys whoever sold you the boat will give you a 10-foot pole for free.
Thank God.
Thank
Can
you.
we get a nicer one? I want to
No.
go and get a nice one.
They
for
don't- they
my
don't
new
make-
companion.
They don't make nice ones.
I'm gonna not tell them that it's free. I'm gonna go get one, and I'm gonna give it to my wood elf friend and say, I had a haggle down since we're running low on funds, but I was able to get this for you, and I'm gonna hand it to him delicately.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And I will take it. Carry it awkwardly, because how are you going to carry a 10-foot pole?
Esther, give me a dexterity check.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you smack some people around. They're starting to get a little cranky with you. Here in this crowded marketplace, the dwarf is chortling behind you.
I give them a dirty look. If they give him a dirty look, I give them a dirty look. It's been a long time since I've had a fight.
All right, give me an intimidation check.
Oh boy, here we go.
All right, these are just simple town folk. They'll they'll kind of shy away, and the path to your inn will open up for you.
Rain would like to purchase a shovel.
Okay, you can have a shovel.
Good idea. I need to change my push to talk button because it's currently something that it's until day, and so wherever I'm at, it starts typing, and I keep having to delete it.
Yeah, don't do that.
So be right back. But feel free to go on without me.
Okay, so you get yourselves back to the inn. All your loot's there. Your boat's waiting for you at the dock. Musharib is waiting for tells you he'll meet you there tomorrow morning, bright and early. Usual people are in here that you've seen before. The shady bookseller. You got the bartender. Smell of whatever stew's going is wafting through. Is there anything you guys want to do while you're here?
Not at the moment. I'm currently still reading over the chart of adventuring supplies, but nothing comes to mind except getting one last decent meal in before we hit the road.
All right.
Yeah, that's all. I've just some.
Very good. So you guys sit down to a nice happy meal. The innkeeper is, you have gold now, so the innkeeper is more than happy to, load you up with good food and drink before you head out into the ocean. The next morning. All right. So we are going to get out into the world.
It's so exciting.
It is so exciting. Actually, why don't the two of you listening give me investigation checks real quick? Since you're spending an evening here in the inn. Rain, roll me okay. Then roll me roll me an investigation as well. Rain, roll me a D100. All right. One of the people you've that you're talking with, that's actually quite useful. You hear a rumor from one of the merchants saying that the Flaming Fists up in Fort Balurian are really trying to crack down on people going into the jungle without permission. If you have to go over to the fort and purchase a charter of exploration, if they catch you out there without it, they're gonna take all your stuff.
Wait, who says that to us?
Some dude in the inn.
I'd like to roll insight to see if I'd like to tell if he's lying to me.
Okay. Well, Rain was the one talking. That was Rain's investigation. Rain, you are.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Seems truthful. You can't really get a read on him. He's kind of drunk, but so is everybody else.
Where did he?
Shh, what, Mandrid? This is Rain's guy. You're gonna get your own investigation check here in a minute.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I will relay that to the party once the
Okay.
drunk guy wanders off. Once I'm back with the group or whatever, I will, whether he tells me that directly or I just overhear it, I will relay to the party that we need to go to Fort. Did he say you have to go to Fort Balurian or just talk to the Flaming Fist?
He said that the Flaming Fist out of Fort Balurian because that's where they're based out of.
And the Flaming Fist. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I don't want to.
Yeah, you're fine. Just remind me if there was any Flaming Fist offices or if I've seen Flaming Fist in Port Nanzaru, or if I would know that.
You wouldn't. I don't think you would know that, because your background doesn't take you from Baldur's Gate, right?
Nope.
Yeah. Then you would not be familiar. You haven't seen any.
Okay. Then yeah, I'll relay that to the party, and that's my dig. So.
Okay.
Although I'm not directly from Baldur's Gate, and what I'm gonna send you, I'm probably from the local area, like not far from Baldur's Gate.
Okay, so you would know that Chult used to be like a colony of Baldur's Gate about 100 years ago.
Mhm.
The Chultans threw them out, and they haven't been able to get a foothold again because of the undead. The last foothold they have is Fort Balurian, so they don't really have any like real authority to enforce anything, but they like to pretend they do. And when you're out in the jungle, nobody's going to know the difference.
What do you mean no one's gonna know the difference?
There is no law in the jungle. So
Oh,
if they
okay.
say if you run into some flaming fists and they say you
They're
have to
just
have
going to be
this,
strong arming us,
Basically.
essentially.
basically.
I will relay that information to the group and add, our only concern at that point will be, I wouldn't even consider paying them. I would say we should deal with it at that time. But if we want to address it, with them now, we could, but we would be breaking no law that could be enforced against us. And I don't recommend that we actually address it at all.
Sounds like you're trying to these people.
Okay, there you're breaking up really bad, Tyler. What was that?
Yeah.
I said it sounds like they're trying to fleece people gold.
Trying to fleece people gold is what he said.
Yeah, I got it that time. But Tyler, you may need to restart your Discord.
Okay.
Rain is perfectly fine venturing forth without the charter. What's the chances that we'll run into flaming fists deep in the jungle anyway?
I mean, you don't have any idea.
I was talking to the group.
Okay.
Well, if the jungle.
Nope.
Nope. It's a good try.
Oh, he gone.
Yeah. Tree fell over again.
Technology. All right. Well, I bought a few minor things. Using
All right, Mandrit. You also found something interesting. Go ahead and give me a D100 roll.
Ooh, one away from sexy time.
It's like 69, but you owe us one.
Some old wizened old man with a big beard, wonky eye, is just in the corner, kind of.
Ken?
Hmm?
I don't
Yes?
know what that word means. I'm sorry.
What
Wizen?
word?
Wizened. He has the wisdom of the ages.
Gotcha. Sorry, I just didn't know what the word meant. I was curious.
No worries. Yeah. Hunched over old man, kind of muttering in the corner. He just kind of reaches out and grabs you as you walk by to go to the head and goes, "Watch out for the mist with a blue tinge. Spreads a fever that drives people mad." And lets you go and goes back to his drink.
Does he kind of like dismiss me, or could I attempt to I'm gonna signal over for either like a barmaid or for the bartender to refill his drink and bring me over one. And I'm gonna say, do you mind if I refill it? What's he drinking out of a mug?
He's got a mug. It's got a mug, and it smells like Tej.
I'm gonna. Would you mind if I buy you another mug of Tej, sir?
He goes, "Oh, another drink. Quite nice, yes."
Could I join you and speak more of this mist?
Yeah, as long as you keep the drinks coming, he's more than happy to chat.
All right, and I'll sit down and I'll ask him. Please tell me what more do you know about this mist? Where have you seen it?
Okay. What he tells you is that it's out in the jungles. It's a mist that creeps through the jungles. It's thin blue color. It's odorless, and it has a fever called Mad Monkey Fever. If you come into contact, there's a chance you get infected. If you do, it just drives you mad. It can affect people differently. Some people it doesn't affect at all. Some people it'll affect for a few hours. Some people it can affect for days or longer.
Okay. And is it stationary, or does it tend to, I don't know if he said it. I was like really like typing everything you said down. Does it tend to move around, or does it does it stay in one place, or does it seem to? I've heard of such a thing in other places that tends to follow you around, and
it doesn't. It won't follow you, but it does spread out until it dissipates. So it'll like fill a volume until it's no longer a problem. But it kind of perks. It's kind of the ambient magic of the land of the undead. Is what a wizard told him. So every now and then it kind of bubbles up and then dissipates.
Is there anything that precipitates it? Does it give you any warning?
Not that he knows of.
Any place in particular that you know of it, or a place that we should avoid in the jungle where it's known to pop up?
He slams his mug down. You should avoid the jungle, young man. Do you see my eye? That happened in the jungle. And you think there's probably more than just the eye that happened in the jungle, but I don't know if you say that or not.
All right. How much was his drink? How much was it?
It was 2 copper.
All right. That's the problem with this push to talk. I'm probably going to go back because this is just too hard. I can't move things. Like I can't like scroll and fucking push the button at the same time. Shit, this is so annoying. I'll buy him another drink and say, well, I'd best be getting back to my companions. Unfortunately, we have no choice but to travel in the jungle. If there's anything else you can, any other knowledge you can leave me with, I'd greatly appreciate it. Before I take my leave.
Stay away from the big ones with the teeth. That's the one that got old Charlie.
Oh, who is Charlie?
He was the asshole that did this to my eye. And he starts cackling.
What do you mean? Big ones with the teeth.
The dinosaurs with the big pointy teeth. And he started.
Oh, I'm very sorry that you lost. Did he lose his eye? I don't.
It's just all like cataract and milky white.
Well, at least you have you still have your health in your life, and you can still drink. And I pat him on the shoulder and start walking away.
All right. He's humming to himself as he drinks his booze.
So it was 4 copper total.
4 copper, yeah.
Oh, thanks.
All right.
What is it? 10 copper to 1 silver?
Yeah. Copper's a penny, silver's a dime. Think about it that way. All right.
Gotcha.
So you guys are good there. In the morning, you go down to the docks. The dwarf is waiting for you, and you head on up the river. Now, what you're going to have here. Where is?
I'm going to grab a coffee. I'm bringing the computer with me.
Why don't we take? Actually, this is a good plan. Why don't we go ahead and take a 5-minute break?
Copy.
Yeah,
Is that
sure.
It's a good time.
He's gone too, right?
Yeah, it's a good time to do it. So let's take a 5-minute break. I think Tyler's back. Yeah, he's back.
Oh,
yeah.
I mean, if you want to take a break, that's fine.
I can use a drink as well. It's been an hour.
Okay.
Let's take a 5-minute break.
Sounds good. Thanks.
Should
Be
I
back in
buy a
5.
tent?
We could chip in. That's not a bad idea. You know what? We don't have a wizard to do it. I was thinking about it. It escaped my mind. I think if Ken lets us, we should get one.
It
Yeah.
only holds 2 people, but I can still manage the weight.
then we should get 2 or
I'm
3.
just gonna end up
We
looking like a
should.
fucking MMO character with 7 water catchers and a tent strapped across my back.
We should see if we could, with the rest of the money, if there's some sort of fucking pack animal, man, that can go through the fucking forest like a mule or something.
Get
Let's
yourself a
talk to Ken
dinosaur.
when he gets back. Now, let's see if there's anything that can go through the forest to carry some of this shit and a tent. If you guys, let's just at least inquire.
Well,
What do you think?
honestly, a donkey or something would work, or a
Yeah.
horse. But then we'd be carrying a donkey or a horse with us that we could easily lose.
So
Also
then we
wanna
lose it. You know what I mean? And we cross that road when we get to it. But like, honestly, I'm almost at capacity. If we pick up anything of value, like you know what I mean? We're not going to be able to carry it because we have all this shit with us already.
I'm gonna go get my water.
Oh yeah, I thought about it too, but probably the best. Maybe we could buy Patsy.
Oh, what?
Patsy.
What's that? What's that?
Patsy. Hold on a second.
All right, I'm gonna go get coffee. I'll be back in 2 minutes. I'm gonna make a cake up. I'll be right back. I'm back if you guys are waiting just for me.
I'm here. And I posted Discord.
You're still breaking up a little bit, man.
I said I posted a Patsy in Discord.
I mean, if we got somebody cheap or like maybe somebody who's got no other options in life, I'm down.
All right, so I looked. A donkey or mule is £8 gold, and it has a speed of 40 and a capacity of 420 pounds. A draft horse costs 50 gold and can carry 540 pounds.
I think we don't need to. I think a donkey would be fine as long as they can, traverse the jungle. What do you think?
I think you're probably right. Saddlebag.
Sorry about that. All right.
Ken,
Yes.
we'd like to, if it's all right, talk to you about possibly one or two more purchases before we leave.
Okay.
BH, you there? I don't think he's back yet. He was considering buying a tent or two, but before that, we were going to ask the guide if it's possible. Sorry, I have a cookie stuck in my throat. If it's possible to, Tyler, take over my throat.
It's fine. We were gonna buy, or we were thinking about buying a mule or something to carry our stuff.
Okay.
Feasible? Or no?
The problem is you're going to be in a boat. The boat's not really that big. So big enough for you and all your stuff. A donkey would be, a bit of a problem. If you're going through the jungle, I mean, it would still be a bit of a problem because then it would just attract more predators. But if you have the money for it, let me check something real quick.
You said that we would attract more predators with the donkey.
Yeah, because they would see there's a donkey and they'd be like, "Oh, I want the donkey. That's food."
Everything in the jungle wants a piece of ass.
Yeah, there you go. Also,
I don't like that.
God,
Well, I mean,
damn it.
we could do another boat, right? For it's only 30 gold, and tie them together somehow, or do that and take the risk. But Mandrid does not like painting a target on our back like that. But he's still up for the idea and would consider it. But what do you guys think?
The problem is once again, if we got the other boat, what would we do with it when we got to our destination?
Not concerned about that. Again, same thing we would do with our boat when we get there. I'm more concerned, like, instead of adding another problem, let's face the problem of painting the target on our back.
I'm fine like we are.
How much do tents weigh then if you want to get tents?
Tents weigh 20 pounds for a 2-person tent.
So, but we're going to have to get more than one tent. We're going to have to get 3 tents. So that's 60 pounds.
But you can put them in the boat. As long as the boat don't go nowhere, you have your tents.
Well, no, I mean, then when we get out of the boat, we're going to need to carry them in the jungle.
That is true.
I mean, I can. It's just getting asinine amount of weight at that point.
Yeah, and that's the point too. I can't carry a tent because then that's 20 more pounds, and again, I'd be over the limit, and that's the whole point. If we come across something of value,
well, we only need 2 tents.
No. Well, then the dwarf is sleeping outside.
Somebody is always on watch.
I'll say, well, I don't sleep very much. So if I have to be, I could, I can stay on watch for most of the time.
And if something happens, we no longer have a tent.
Well, I mean, if we didn't buy a tent, we would no longer have a tent either.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm buying one tent.
Okay, you have a tent.
Tent works.
Anyone else wants a tent, they can get themselves a tent.
I can carry it, so
I'll carry
Get some
it,
sleep
but if you
inside.
want it, it's up to you to get it.
I mean, let me just take it out of the funds. How much is the tent?
Tent
Two gold.
is
Tent is 2 gold.
2 gold. Okay.
if you'll carry the tent for me, yeah, we'll get 2.
Okay, I'm taking 4 gold out of the party treasure, and I'm putting 2 tents in the party treasure.
That works. All right. I think that's everything.
What if we did a horse? Oh, again, there's no room in the boat, right? I'm saying like a horse might be less of a. If someone actually rode the horse, would that be less of a? No, right? Instead
It's
of a,
not going to be a good. Not when you have if you have the.
never mind. Sorry,
No worries.
delaying shit. All right.
I am saddled up, and I have my 179 pounds of shit.
220, 234 pounds of shit. I'm gonna eat a
do
lot.
I need to buy a fucking barrel at this point?
With the rain catchers and the jugs, as long as you don't lose anything, you should be okay.
I think I get what BH is saying. My backpack is not cutting it. I never considered this. Where are we carrying all of this shit?
Can you put straps on a barrel?
You could, yeah.
I mean, realistically, I have 60 fucking or 50 rations. Where are they all fitting? They're not fitting in my 30 cubic feet of backpack.
I assume they gave you a sack. It's not your. It's
okay.
like a Santa sack. You got slung over your shoulder.
And then assuming I'm utilizing my 50-foot hempen rope to tie things together.
You know what? I'll take my 10-foot pole and say, well, we put some of it on one side, some of the other. Y'all could carry it like that.
It's not a bad idea.
See,
like a hobo.
10-foot pole came in. The 10-foot pole came in handy.
Yeah, Theron's sack and Mandra's pole.
Oh man!
All right, so we wasted
I don't know
time.
I don't know how old you guys are. I mean, I could guess roundabout ages. We're probably all within 5 or 10 years of each other. But I think it's great that we make these jokes all the time and laugh at them too. All right, we're saddled up. We're ready to go. Let's see if we can get out of town.
All right. So the way this works, you guys have a party token there, as you can see. Yes.
Yes, we can see it.
Okay. You all have control over that. Choose who gets to control the party token.
Can I do it for now?
Sure.
You get to do it
I have
because I
retreat.
kept track of all the map bullshit in Stormgate 4.
You know what's going to be great? And I don't want to jinx us or delay us any further, but I just want to throw this out there. All the preparation we just did, we've got literally like 2.5 sessions under our belt of RP, preparation, and planning, and buying, and I'm still talking. We still haven't even gotten moved yet. We're going to probably have at least an encounter this session. Yeah, 5 minutes into, we're going to die. Fucking total party wipe.
We're not even gonna die to something major. Like we're gonna get mosquito fever, and a pack of monkeys is going to eat our eyelids while we sleep.
They're gonna fling shit. I'm gonna go blind. I'm gonna swing my fucking longsword, chop off fucking Tyler's head. you're gonna die of fright, and that'll be the end of us. And the dwarf is gonna backstab the barbarian, and we're done. See you later.
All right. So, as long as you're on the river, you can move 2 hexes a day at normal speed. If you're going through the jungle, you move 1 hex a day at normal speed. If you move faster, there's a chance you can move an extra hex, but you're going to take a ding to your perception checks, your passive perceptions. Speaking of which, what is everybody's passive perception?
Mine is 15.
Rain has 13.
That's based on wisdom, right? Mine
Yeah.
is 10.
10 plus your perception.
Mine is 10.
Until I get something regular made up. All right. So so we're gonna. So right now, that's where you start the day. At the end of the day, you'll move the thing 2 hexes. In the meantime, we're going to do a couple checks. First check of the day, Rain. Why don't you roll me the first D20 of the campaign?
I don't know about
Because you're
first
stuck.
D20. 10. I like to keep it
All right.
right in the middle of the road.
Yeah, good. You push off into it. In the distance behind you, you can see the dragon turtle kind of break the waves and then sink back down again. You do hear some monkeys screaming at you from the river as you sail down past some of the lower rent districts of the city, outside the walls even. But you also see some big, like, fortified buildings, maybe temples, maybe forts. So apparently the jungles are dangerous, but there are people living outside Port Naranzaru at least. In the afternoon, Theron, give me a D20 roll, please. And you all marked off one of your charges of salve, right?
Of what?
Of your
Oh, yes.
mosquito salve?
Of the what? I'm sorry.
The mosquito
Salve.
salve.
Oh, no. I'm going to do that now.
Everybody do that?
And can I move us 1 space?
Wait till the end of the night to make it so we don't forget. Because
Oh,
again,
but
once you get off the boat, you're going to be moving 1 hex at a time. So you'll
but
move
you said
2.
we can move 2 now,
You
right?
are. We're going to do it at the end of every day. You'll move the thing.
2,
trust
but
me.
now we're moving 2. I got you. No,
Half-
that's fine.
We'll move 2 on the river once we finish up the day. All right. Second half of the day also goes uneventfully. You enter in under the eaves of the jungle. The forest closes over the top of you. The river you are moving against the current of the river, but it's a wide, slow-moving river this far from the mountains. So you're not like straining yourself to fight the current. So go ahead and move yourself 2 hexes.
Just one quick question. I'm going to ask Dorf. We still need to use this solve even though we're on, or I can observe, even though we're on the river?
The mosquitoes come to the river. That's
Yeah.
every dawn and dusk. They're going to fly away and come back.
You know how dumb I am that I thought that we were traveling in the sea? Like, I was ready to move north.
I was
That's-
even pointing
that's
at that for you.
Yeah, no, I know. That's how dumb I am, though. I thought we were going to travel around.
I
Pass.
think we asked
Work.
that question and was told that that's even more dangerous.
Probably when I was sleeping.
All right, so move yourself 2 hex along the river. You guys are going to take a rest, I assume.
Yep.
All right.
I will take the second. I'll take the first and last watch.
Theron only needs 4 hours of sleep. So the change to that trance. So literally, I just need to meditate for 4 hours, and I can do the rest of the watch.
So while we're sailing safely on this river and you don't need them spell slots, we're eating good berries, not rations, right?
Well, then, how does that work? Can't we? I don't want to mess things up, but can't we continuously travel then, or no? Does that mess things up?
No, because you still have to rest. You don't have to sleep, but you still need 8 hours of rest.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, gotcha. And we can't. All right.
Like he can tend the
Alright.
fire and keep watch and that kind of stuff, but he can't be.
Yeah. So we're
doing
gonna need
anything
to.
else.
So we pull we essentially are gonna get out of the boat and camp every. Okay.
Every night.
Pretty much.
Yep.
This was probably asked, but what are those the symbols on the map of the like Soviet symbols there?
I was going to go over some of the details here. The yellow highlight there, that's where undead is known to be around. The darker color is where there's fuck all undead. Okay. No highlighting. Undead don't seem to be aren't as much of a problem there. Just other problems, not undead.
Example of other problems?
Dinosaur.
Dinosaurs.
Shit flinging monkeys.
The shit flinging monkeys. The dwarf will tell you there's also like there's goblin tribes out here in the jungle. There's little frog people that are poisonous, that are little assholes. Nobody knows what they want.
What about the little
those
shovel?
Those are mines.
Gotcha.
It's the universal symbol for mine.
Yep.
No, where I'm from, that's a universal symbol for. I couldn't think of something witty. Never mind.
All right.
Yeah.
So if we're going to sleep here, before we go to sleep, I'm going to cast I'm going to cast Goodberry. So we'll have 10 good berries, just in case something wakes us up at night.
Okay.
How long do those last?
For a whole day. So until we go to sleep tomorrow, you either hold them, either use them for rations, or we can use them for healing in case people have problems.
Hmm.
All right. The night goes uneventfully. You are able to sleep through the night, rest up as you need to, and wake up in the morning refreshed. Dawn comes, but her rosy fingers are obscured by the trees. Do you continue onwards?
I'm not going to move. I'd like to just look out into the distance and see if I can. My perception's terrible, but see if I can see anything past the trees. I know you said no, but I'm going to take it.
Is there anything particular you're looking for?
Any movement, any bodies, any not like dead bodies, but anything at all.
Okay.
Past the trees.
You're welcome to do a perception check if you like. Okay. Just trees. I mean, you see some birds. You see a tribe of monkeys up in the trees. They're not paying attention to you. They're eating some fruit.
Yeah. I'm gonna pull out a notebook that is not in my inventory and then a pen that I don't have, and pretend like I'm bird watching and take some notes on those birds.
Okay. Very good.
Unless anybody has any objections or has anything else they'd like to do, I'm gonna keep going. I'm sorry for doing this. How long does each bar of soap last?
It's 20 charges, and it's 1 charge a day.
Okay.
So we'll be at 38. Well, 18 to 20.
You're breaking up again, man.
I said we'll be at 18 of 20 of one of the salves.
Each, yes.
Yep.
All right.
I don't know what that means.
Your salve has 20 charges to it.
And you bought 2, so you have 40 charges.
And then you've used 2, so you're 38 of 40 total.
Oh, no, I got 3 of them, actually.
Okay, so then you're at 58 of 60.
I'm going to do them by days. So I just have it
so
like
it's
60 days.
It's 58 of 60 days. All right, let's see here. Okay, so you get plenty of rain throughout the day, so you don't have to worry about water.
And you guys get to do rations, right?
Yep, everybody take off a ration.
I ate a good berry.
There should be 2 rations, right? Because we ate yesterday before we left.
Right.
Or do we do a ration?
No, you don't have to do a ration. You don't have to use a ration for yesterday. I'm not doing fucking half rations. So you use a ration day, or unless you want to use a good berry, because you have the good berries there.
You want to use the good berries?
Yeah, let's use them now, right?
Yep.
Okay. So we've got 4 people.
5 people.
Yep.
Dwarf's there. Tyler.
I'm here.
Okay. All right.
I was thinking, who's our fourth? It's fucking Karen.
I feel like
Fucking
she's
Karen.
not carrying her weight.
You
Bad.
gotta carry that weight a long time. Anyways, Mandrid, it's your turn to roll me a d20. All right. First half of the second day goes uneventfully as well. The jungle doesn't seem that bad. The dwarf's actually like napping in the back of the river. He tells you to wake him up if anything interesting happens. At this point, now that you are a day and a half out of Port Nine Zaru, and there's no chance of going backwards, do you guys remember that guy who tried to get you trying to sell you a book back before?
Yes, we do.
Yes.
Okay. Do you remember what his name was?
Both thing.
That's right. Do you want to know what the cover of his book looked like?
I don't remember the cover now.
Do we want to know or do we remember?
Do you want to know?
Yes.
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 I'm so excited. I have 2 of those.
Yes. And had you bought the book, you could have used it in game legitimately.
Neat.
I did not realize that Volo was short for something.
Oh.
It was legitimately. You know what? I thought that when mother f.
And
I literally.
And when you went
it
back
was
to
Volo.
when you went back to the inn, I told you he was sitting there just to give you an extra chance to buy it, and you didn't do it.
You had
Okay,
the
well-
monies.
We did, but my character thought that he was just trying to sell us. He seemed shifty to me.
Oh, he's described specifically as being shifty and untrustworthy.
Yeah, so I wouldn't have bought it.
All right. Rain, why don't you give me a roll for a d20 for the second half of the day?
Sure.
All right. The mosquitoes start coming in. They don't tend to bother. There's a few that even try and bite you, but the salve is thick enough that basically it doesn't like repel them so much of it, but it's like they can't bite you through it. It's just this thick, gooey, disgusting salve. But it does the job. You smell terrible, but you don't itch, and you're able to move 2 hexes there. Mandrit.
On it. I'm trying to fix something on my character sheet. Sorry, getting distracted again. Not sleeping though. I'm keeping my $60.
I'm sure that'd be an easy thing to explain to your wife. No, I was just.
Now is that 1 or does that count as 2?
Nope, that's 1 hex. There you go.
And 2.
All right.
Now we are close to the yellow, but I assume that we will be.
You can land on that. You can land on the other side. That's fine. The river is a hex, so you can land on either side of it.
Okay.
All right. So you guys make camp. You set the same watch as before. Let's see. Sure, I roll for the night to see what happens.
I'll take the just to switch it up. I'll take the 3rd watch.
Okay.
Tonight.
Let's not switch it up to make life easy for the DM, shall we?
Yep, you got it. I'll take the
Thank-
first and the last watch. Yep.
Okay. Thank you very much. Alrighty. And the night again goes uneventfully. You hear some splashes off in the distance, you hear frogs croaking, and the sound of bats across, but nothing dangerous this way comes until the soft light of dawn.
I'm gonna ask, is the dwarf awake at any point during my watches?
Every now and then you'll see him kind of start awake and kind of walk around and take a look at things.
Well, I guess before he goes to bed, and then I could just wait until morning. So in the morning, I'll ask him whether he has a spyglass or binoculars or anything like that.
He does not.
All right. In the morning, I like to look across the river and see whether I see any of the undead yellow.
Okay. So you're trying to find undead?
I'm just trying to see if I can see any movement. Yeah, any undead on the other side. Mhm.
Are you taking the boat across, or are you standing on the bank and looking across?
No, on the bank, looking across.
Okay. Give me a perception check. You do see some humanoid figures that are, kind of shuffling through the trees. They don't come down to the water, though. And you remember from your training that undead don't like water. They don't like running water.
Gotcha. I can't tell from this distance what they are. Right?
You cannot.
Just humanoid. Okay. All right. Nothing else at this time, unless you guys have something.
I'm going to recast Goodberry. I'm just going to cast it once every.
Every night you're going to cast it, assuming you have a spell slot slide, basically.
Yes. And also, I'm going to test to see if water is good to drink in the river, as long as I take it out and freeze it first.
Gotcha.
I looked it up. If it's bacteria or anything like that, probably won't work. You still have to boil it. But he just said leeches or something were in it.
It says boiled or magically purified. How long does that stay frozen for?
An hour.
An hour?
Yeah, if it says magically purified or boiled, it
says boiled or magically purified. I'm going to say no. I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, I'm going to test it. Probably not going to work, but if I know it won't, then I can spend part of my night boiling water if I need to.
Okay, but and again, yesterday it was plenty of water. You didn't use any of your stored water. It's all just what rained.
Okay.
All right. So you continue onward. Who rolled D20? Rain did. Theron, give me a D20 roll, please. All right, you guys are having an uneventful trip up the river. You're just kind of stretching out. Paladin's got his bottle of whiskey that he's just sipping on. He and the dwarf having a grand old time. Mandred, give me a D20 roll, please. Mandred, roll me a D1. Actually, never mind. I got a little button here for it. Forgot to set this stuff for me. Yeah. As you're sitting there, Mandred, in the back of the boat, got a rain catcher out. You catch it next to this. Roll for that real quick and see what you got there.
Oh, we haven't been keeping track of the water.
Well, that's because you haven't had to yet. You had your buckets your jars that were all full, and then yesterday you had enough rain that you didn't have to worry about it.
Okay.
You collected it. Today, same thing. You have more than enough rain with your rain catchers to be able to be fine. In the soft rain that's falling, a little flower floats by, and out of the flower pops this little face. Almost looks like he's wearing a mask. Looks like... Why don't I have a handout for this? You think I would? I spelled it wrong. SHW. There we go. That's Mandred, right? I'm talking to?
Yes.
Okay. I gave you a handout in your folder of what you're seeing. Little tiny figure. Looks like it's wearing a white mask with black dots on it. Just kind of looks up at you. Very cocks his head and like a dog, a confused dog.
Oh, the black and white thing.
Mm-hmm.
And where is it?
You see it in the like there's a flower floating on the river. It's kind of floating next to your canoe. And then you see the little guy. He kind of ducks down into the flower and seems to disappear. And then he kind of pops up again on like all of a sudden he's like there like among the sacks. He's kind of fiddling through it.
What sack?
One of the sacks that are in the boat.
Do I know what's in the sack?
That seems to have some of your supplies in it. He looks over at you and gives you a little wave, and then goes back to digging through it.
Does anybody else see this?
Not yet.
This is your 1d100.
Well, I have a sword and a shield, and you know what my reaction typically is. I am a paladin, but I don't like people stealing our stuff. Considering there's a druid aboard who might have a better knowledge of nature and things of that sort, I am gonna not to scare the thing because it just waved at me. I'm gonna say I'm in common. I'm gonna say hello to it and see if it responds. And I'm gonna call out, hey Theron, can you come here for a second? But I'm gonna wave back at it and say, hello, can I help you?
It doesn't, like, when you say something, it kind of looks over at you again and gets a little confused. Like the patterns on his face kind of like shift a little bit. So it's not really a face. It's very strange, but then it kind of goes back to it. Theron, give me a nature check or Arcana if you like.
Does it seem to, or do you have a picture you could show me or something?
Yeah, let me go ahead and show this to everybody now, since he showed it to everybody. So you should all have it in your journal. You think this is probably some sort of nature spirit, local nature spirit, little fairy sort of thing.
I do not have it in my journal.
I showed it to everybody. You should all be able to see it. Can you not see it?
Nope.
Handouts?
Nope.
Don't see anything.
Here. How about now?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm gonna look at this thing and bend down and say, in Sylvan, "Are you lost, little one?"
It's going to look down. It's going to look up at you. It's going to kind of reach up and, like, it'll pat you on your face a little bit and kind of, like, feel your face. And it's going to reach behind it. And it's going to lift up. Let me go through. Give me 1 second here.
In the meantime, I'm
Mhm.
gonna walk over and open up the. Is it still in the bag, or is it like?
No,
is it
it's
outside?
like standing outside the bag.
I'm gonna open up the bag, and what is inside the bag that it's
Okay.
in?
The most recent looks like it was in your bag.
Mhm.
Look at here. Doesn't look like it's gonna actually grab much of anything. It just kind of it just seems curious about. It's just kind of all your stuff's disheveled now. It's just kind of digging through it, kind of like Yoda in the beginning of Empire Strikes Back.
Does it look like it was going for anything in particular?
No.
Like, I'm gonna open it up some more.
Okay.
And like
Give
take
me
out
an
few-
insight. Yeah, give me an insight check.
I was gonna like take out some stuff and like just lay it out.
Okay.
For it.
Yep. When you do, he'll kind of clap his hands together, just kind of dive in. And sometimes you can see it, sometimes you can't. As it kind of climbs among all the detritus, and the dwarf will finally come over to see what the hell's going on. He'll be like, Chingwa.
Chingwa?
Chingwa?
I'll repeat the same thing. Chingwa, like questioningly.
He's like, yes, they're these little nature spirits. They're kind of little thieves, but they're not really thieves. They always pay for what they take. Sometimes they'll take a sparkly, like an earring, and they'll leave you a flower, or they'll take a ration, but they'll leave you some nuts. Every now and then, like, because they don't have a value, like a concept of money, so some of they'll just leave like a really nice, like, uncut gemstone. That's always kind of nice. Some people supposedly they like them so much they'll give them like small blessings, but I've never gotten one myself. He starts trying to shoo the thing off.
I'm gonna ask him to stop. I'm gonna say, leave it alone. Let it, it seems to be a creature of nature, and we're kind of, even though we're here to do good and drive out evil, this seems to be this is obviously a native to this land, and we definitely don't want to disturb it. And I'm gonna pat the druid on the back, right, buddy?
Yeah.
And
I can say I'm gonna be a little distracted. Say, yeah. Did it respond to me when I said something in Sylvan?
No.
do they
right.
like alcohol? I'm gonna say to the dwarf.
The dwarf looks over at you and kind of shrugs and says, "I have no idea."
I'm gonna take out the honey whiskey and open up the bottle and not hand it over to it, but let it take a whiff of it, see if it wants some of the whiskey. I don't know what else I have that it may like.
Okay. He goes down to kind of sniff the whiskey. It perks up a bit. It doesn't have any way of drinking it. The bottle's far bigger than it is.
I'll take out.
Does it actually have like facial features? Like, does it have a mouth to drink from?
Not that you can tell.
How is
Yeah.
it? Like I have a water skin. I'll pour some into my water skin and see. Is that too big for it? Could it take my water skin?
No, you need like a thimble or a button or something.
I was just looking through my inventory trying to think of something.
I have a mess kit. Is there anything in the mess kit that I could pour it into and
You
give
can
it
give
to
it
it?
pour like a spoon.
Yeah, I'll pour it
Yeah.
into a spoon and hand it the spoon, or see if it'll take a sip from the spoon.
Okay.
And I'm gonna take out one of my good berries and give him one.
Okay. Yeah. It'll take the berry and it'll kind of chow on the berry, and then as you hand it the spoon, it'll drink from the spoon, and it'll kind of spin in a circle and fall on its back.
Does it hurt itself at all?
No, it doesn't move for a little while. So you watch it, it's just in there for an hour, but you can see it breathing, and it's
Just to be careful, I'm gonna. Do I think that casting a heal on it might help it, or take away the poison, or anything, have any effect on it?
healing does not remove drunkenness.
I know,
Not basically. You would know that.
Okay.
Well, you know that you would need to use. You have to use more power. So actually, if you're using your paladin lay on hands, it's 5 charges to remove poison.
Well, could I do that? Could I
You
take
could
away
if you want, yeah.
Does the thing seem to be enjoying itself, or does it seem
It doesn't.
miserably?
It doesn't seem to be in distress.
Oh, okay. You know what? I will. I'll use my lay on hands and then see how it reacts to that.
Okay. It perks up. It looks around. It stretches, and he'll climb up on your head. You kind of sit there for a second, and you will get a boon for being so awesome. I really thought you were just going to kill it when I went into your book, so. Supernatural charm.
Honestly, once Tyler started being cool to it, I was being cool. But if he wasn't going to be cool, I was going to chop the fucking thing in half.
But you're the one that caught its attention first. So let's see here. You have the ability to. You have the charm of vitality. You have the opportunity to once give yourself the benefit of a potion of vitality.
Ooh, like how long does that last?
Until you use it.
Oh, so I'll just look up potion of vitality.
Yep,
I don't know if
it's a good one. It removes any exhaustion you're suffering. It cures any disease or poison affecting you. And you, if you roll hit dice you can after you drink it for the next 24 hours, any hit die you roll, you get the maximum hit points for it.
Can I use that on somebody else or just myself?
It's just on you. It's a blessing. It is bestowed upon you.
Oh wow, that's awesome. Can I use that in turn with my racial feat? which is if I use my if I use the oh shit, what is it?
It's just like drinking a potion.
Okay, but like so if I oh, it's the next 24 hours you regain the number. Oh no, so yeah, that's what it would be. For the next 24 hours, you regain the maximum number of hit points for any hit die you spend.
Right.
All right, so I'm going to look at.
Oh, okay, I get it. Never mind. I'm sorry, I'm losing my mind. Well, my feat is that if I take the dodge ability, I can use my hit die to regain hit points if I have hit die available.
Then yes,
Yeah,
you can. Then if you use it, you can get full hit points for the hit die.
Yeah.
Don't have to roll. What are you gonna do, Tyler?
So I'm going to look at Musharib and say, so these things are mostly harmless?
Yeah. So I've never heard of them hurt anybody. Sometimes they're little pack rats. So if you're not careful, they'll sometimes take some gold from you. But beyond that, they're harmless. And this one, once again, after Big gives that charm, will kind of stand up and stretch, and then just kind of swan dive off the side of the boat into the water.
I feel the power of what it gave me, and then I'm gonna like sigh and say, "Oh man, I was, this is totally out of character for me." I'm gonna say, because I'm used to just killing things. I was kind of hoping I'd be able to give it something else, and I pull out bone dice, and probably didn't want this, but I was gonna give him some bone dice, and then I put it away in my pack and close it all back up and head back to the front of the boat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the dwarf will kind of shrug and like, yeah, that's what usually happens with Jingles. I've never actually seen them myself. You must be some interesting fellas to attract one of those.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the edge of the water and see if I can see it, or did it just kind of disappear?
Just disappeared. In the nature of fairies.
Strange.
For the rest of the
Taryn's
day,
gonna be looking for one for the rest of the campaign now.
Yeah, pretty
I
much.
was gonna say,
Sorry.
Rain is gonna be trying to find his own nature spirits now. Like, instead of just being bored in the boat, like I am actively like, oh, is that one? Oh no, it's just a leaf falling. Oh, is that? No, nope, it's just a shadow.
So manager's gonna come back and say, "All right, I gotta, we've only been on the river for a few days, but back when I was in the army, we used to play, stupid games to occupy our time. So we should make a bet. Let's say 1 gold, 1 gold each for the next person who spots and interacts with one of those things next." What do you guys say?
Rain does not currently have the gold to bet, but
All right. What 1 silver? 1 silver.
I would take you up on that if I wasn't using someone else's gold.
All right. One
Yeah,
ration. 1 ration. Come on, guys.
All right, 1 ration. I'll do 1 ration.
Rain
look at
can bet the
Rain.
ration.
All right. That sounds good. And I'll take the jug back out and I'll offer it to Theron. The jug of the honey whiskey.
Okay.
I'll grimace and say, no, thank you. You can do that.
I'll take a big swig and hand it to Rain. Shit.
Rain will take a drink of the whiskey and thank you for it.
Is the dwarf still around?
Oh yeah, but he's waving. He's like, I got my own son. He takes a big swig. His bottle's bigger than yours. He came prepared.
He's not overcompensating or anything.
I
should roll to see if he's a tripod.
Oh We're all terrible.
I'll look down at him and I'll be like, "What'd you say? All right, man up right now. Take it out. If mine's bigger than yours, I get to punch you dead in your face."
What? No, we're not doing that.
This is why I can't take you anywhere nice.
All
right. So that was the second half of the second day. The second half of the third day, rather.
Yeah.
So you're able to move 2 more hexes.
All right.
All right, so tonight, as we start to go to sleep, I'm going to pull out a set of pan flutes from my pack and start playing them for a little bit.
Okay. Give me a performance roll.
Okay. Not very good at it, but
There you go.
Your companion plays a soft song. It's not like Snow Whiting a bunch of animals over, but it's a pleasant way to pass the evening.
hey, Madrid, do you see that over there?
See what?
I'm gonna start pointing towards one of the trees.
I'm gonna stare at Theron. I look at the tree, but from the corner of my eye, I barely glance at it. I don't actually look at the tree.
I think I see one of those Chingwa things over there. I'm going to go back to playing my pan flute, and then one is going to pop up.
Oh god.
And I'm gonna roll an insight. Can I roll insight?
Sure.
Not Rain. Rain is just super excited that there's another one.
Yeah, I mean, it's just popped up on there in plain sight. You see it. Druids maybe are more familiar with nature spirits.
All right. The player knows that this is some sort of fuckery, but I'm gonna play along, and I'm gonna take out my spoon and my jug, and I'm not gonna skip over there because we're not gonna get out of hand with this. But I'm gonna merrily take a swig and walk over, and does it look like the same one from earlier in the day?
Pretty much.
So it looks like I'm gonna say, "Hey, little buddy," and I'm gonna walk over, pour a little bit of the what is this again? What's it called?
Chingwa.
No, the
Tej.
tej. I'm gonna pour the tej in the spoon, and I'm gonna hand it, dude. It still looks the same as I get closer, right?
Yep.
So it's going to look a little bit at it, and then sort of run off and disappear. And I'm going to stop playing my pan flute. So I think you might owe me one ration.
Why? I was the one who interacted with it.
Yeah. You said the first person to see another one.
I said to see it and interact with it. I think you owe me a ration. I was the one who interacted with it.
I don't remember you saying interact. I think you just said to see one.
Rain does not remember.
So how about that ration?
Rain's gonna look at the dwarf and see what he thinks about this whole goings on.
He takes a drink and says, "They're both idiots." Let's see.
I'll go check the tapes after the session to find out
Yeah.
what the bet was.
In the meantime, you guys hear a squawk overhead, and over the top of the trees.
I was just talking for like a minute, and I realized I wasn't pressing the button. Before whatever happens, can I roll an intelligence check before I role play real quick before whatever happens? Can I?
Sure.
Oh shit! So I'm gonna scratch my head, and then I'm gonna go. Wait, what were you doing with that flute? Was that magic? You were using. I'm not paying you anything. I'm not giving you. And I throw the ration back into my sack and I say, I'm not giving you anything, you cheater. And I'm going to take another swig and I'm going to say, well played, well played.
And I'm just gonna start
I'm gonna
bringing.
take another swig
Try not to laugh.
and walk away laughing.
All right. As that bit of tension breaks, a giant fucking winged dinosaur flies about 50 feet overhead and dive bombs into the river like a crane, and flies out with a crocodile in its talons.
Oh shit!
Yeah. Oh shit.
And where does it go?
Probably about 50 yards down the river.
Back under the water?
No, it's on the ground. Looks like it's gonna have its meal. It's gonna dig into its meal. It's not paying you. It's not paying you guys any mind. It just flew by and dove bomb in.
Okay.
How close is it? You said
50 yards away from us?
About 50 yards.
Maybe we get in the boat and move a little further downstream. What do you?
The dwarf thinks that's probably a good idea. Those things,
Yeah.
calls I think a Quetzalcoatlus, and they're not pleasant if they notice you.
Just real quick, BH, are you taking notes this session? I took a few notes, but
Yes.
okay. Next session I will get on, and I know that I said I would do it this session, but I haven't
It's
kept
cool.
up with it.
Right. So Rain is standing like slack-jawed in the boat as this happens, and then he just kind of mutters, "See you later, alligator." Well, I suppose not.
Hunter, you have disadvantage on your next roll.
I would like to make a nature check to know if that was an alligator or a crocodile.
Sure.
In the wild, crocodile.
7.
I think they only have crocodiles here, so we'll say crocodile.
Mhm.
All right, I'm gonna watch this thing because I mean, how often do you see a giant dinosaur like that? But as for going around, I'm gonna cast Pass Without Trace.
Okay. Very good. So, you, with your extra little stealthiness there, you're able to get yourself in the boat and go another quarter mile down the road or down the river or whatnot. But that's your first experience up close experience with one of the dinosaurs, the local fauna, and that is quite impressive.
I'd say.
I was impressed.
Yeah.
So how far down can we make it? I mean, before
It was already
too
pretty.
late.
It was pretty dark, so like another mile or two.
Okay. And then, do we roll again, or do we just get down like a
No,
mile
no.
or two? And then,
Just goes on a mile or two.
I assume we get out and make camp without any issue.
Yep, you're all good.
All right. I
let's
will
roll.
ask. If you're rolling for something,
No, go ahead. Do your roleplay.
once we get out and like set up camp, because we haven't had any encounters, and so long as I think that it's not dangerous to do so, or it's not going to bring any attention if we're in a pretty secluded spot, Mandrid will ask Rain if he would like to spar to stay sharp.
Sorry, I was typing in push to talk.
No worries.
Sure. Sounds like it could be exciting, and Rain will not be sleeping so soon after seeing the dinosaur.
Same here. I haven't seen anything like that in a long. Well, I haven't ever seen anything like that.
Nope.
I think only the dwarf might be able to take that claim.
He's in the boat, and you just see his hand come up with the jug, and he's like, "Yeah," and he goes back down again.
So how does something like this work? Like, could we spar? Do we just say it? Like, if we wanted to actually, is it a purely role play thing? Could we actually fight without there being any HP consequences after the fight? You know what I mean?
Well, there'd be. I mean, no. If you're going to fight where there's HP consequences, if they get attacked in the night, you're going to not still have to wait for the long rest to finish.
Yeah, no, no. I don't want to do that. That's the silliest.
Okay. You can. Let's do this with it. Both of you give me athletics checks.
Why is that not on my macro bar?
Yeah, you could just do some grappling.
Yeah, we could just do that.
Yep.
To stay sharp. I don't want to take any risks that we.
That's what athletics is for. All right.
Yep.
So you guys get together and you do spend some time mounting each other on the muddy bank. Mandred,
you have disadvantage on your next roll.
Oh, that's right. He did have disadvantage. So Mandred, you
not you, not him. You for making that. Comment.
No, see, that's not the way the world works.
Now I have disadvantage on my next roll.
So yeah, Rain, you had 11. Mandred, you rolled a 24. So Mandred, you just dominate this cat person. Easily bringing to the ground time and again.
Mandred will say something along the lines of, wow, you've got some really good moves there. To make him feel better about being completely dominated.
Give me a deception check. Right. And he seems like a stand-up dude. Because you can tell he's full of shit. But he says it pretty. He says it like
he says
almost
it nice
sincerely.
enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not so bad yourself. We'll just say that the rain has been saving his strength in case we are attacked in the night. That's his story, and that's what he sticks to.
Oh, I just saw your insight roll.
I'm a smart kitten.
Yeah, buddy. I'm sure that once weapons are involved. Obviously, I haven't yet seen you in action, but I'm sure once you. What do you yield out of character for a second?
Oh, I got a great sword across my back. And
I'm sure once
and 7 rain catchers.
I'm sure once you unsheath those tents, I'm going to be more than impressed with your skills.
So I'm going to look over to Mushrib and say, so I think we should move the other tent further away from there.
The dwarf just laughs uproariously and slams you on the back.
Rain heard that sleeping in the jungle was quite intense.
Oh, guess who has disadvantage again? Anyways, yeah. Are you guys good to go with that, or or is there anything else you guys want to take care of in camp tonight?
I just want to point out that this is very much not a min-max character, so I have a +2 on my strength. I'm a terrible barbarian. So fun. you will wrestle me and win. It is fun.
No, that's you shouldn't min-max. It's not like I did.
I'm gonna ask Mushrib about the whatever that giant winged dinosaur thing was.
It's like, yeah, it's a giant winged dinosaur. Eats crocodiles. Crazy.
Thank you for the insight.
It's like, I don't know what you want from me. I lived in mine till I was 60, and then I've lived in the city since then. I know the jungle because I escaped the mine to the city, but I don't try not to engage in the giant fucking beasts. They eat people.
I thought you'd been out here before.
I have been out here before. I go to the mine, and I come back from the mine. I came from the mine, and I've tried to get back there a few times with other dwarves. It hasn't worked very well.
Rain recalls that this is why we did not pick the other dwarf. He had much too intimate knowledge of the beasts of the jungle, including the dragon. I much prefer someone who's been able to escape from them.
I'm still here, haven't I? I've escaped the jungle. I've gotten out of the jungle many times, but that's because I'm aware of when I need to turn back around.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Out of character for a second. So I didn't get that far in the recording. We didn't go with the one who we have to go to their
Well,
reclaim.
there's two dwarves. One of them had his mind was taken over by fire newts after a volcano eruption.
We didn't go with that guy?
No, you did.
Oh, we're with that guy. Okay, I wanted to make sure.
You're with that guy.
We're not with the guy missing an arm because he was dragoned.
Oh, okay. And so right now we're on our way to go reclaim this guy's
Forge.
camp. Forge, yeah. And where is that?
It's down on the left next to the mountains. I will ping. Oh god, I tried to do it at the same time as Ken and it broke the internet.
I don't think I was down that far yet. River, where is it? What's the name of it? Oh, all the way down there. Shite. We're never gonna get down there before. What time were we playing till?
We're not getting there today.
Oh, okay. Damn.
Yeah, if we could get to there in the second session, like, this peninsula would be a cakewalk. Welcome to the Hex Crawl, son.
Ken, I want to fight something.
Well, tell the dice to stop hating you.
All right, no.
You say that
Hey.
and fight one of those giant
I would like to point out that
things.
my party lost their paladin on Saturday. He got his face beaten in with a double
Hey
crit.
guys, listen. I want to stop having fun with all this stupid fun role play. All right, I want to stop with the jokes that always make me laugh, and I want to stop with the chill atmosphere that I loved for a year and a half before life got serious, and I want to have a total party wipe. Okay.
Would you like the barbarian character sheet?
All right. Are we doing anything else before night watch and bed?
I think we are good to go. So we'll go ahead and wake up in the morning. I already rolled and nothing happened at night. So go ahead and take off another charge of
Ration
and of insect repellent.
soap.
Well, I've just been taking off 5 good berries.
Okay, good berries
From
work
the
too.
beginning. I figured we just eat them so we have 5 good berries to last for the rest of the day.
Okay.
Oh, so can I take off berries as well then? I don't have to take
You're
a
not
ration off.
tracking
You don't have
berries, he is.
I'm tracking berries.
Oh.
You don't have to take off rations until we get into combat. And I use up 2 spells.
Wait, what?
He has to cast
I
a
said-
spell to get the berries. So
Yes.
right now we're getting to, it is now bedtime, and I haven't used my spells. I guess I'll use them on berries. But
Yes.
if we ever use them for healing or combat during the day, we will get to
Not
camp
get the berries.
and need to eat beef jerky.
Still don't know what's going on.
Okay.
The druid's on it.
Hold on,
He's
hold
got
on.
it.
Shh, hold on. The druid has
Do
what's
it.
called a spell called Good Berries. He can make 10 magical berries. If you eat one, it's like eating a ration. You don't have to eat anything other than that berry for the day.
Just-
So at the end of every day, if he has a spell slot left,
just
he doesn't.
am I taking a ration off or not?
No, you're
No.
eating a good berry.
Perfect.
Okay.
That's what I was saying. We probably wouldn't have too many problems with rations. It's the water that I'm more concerned about because I can create water, but I don't want to.
And water, you guys got plenty of water through the day. 8 inches fell. So between your rain catchers, you're able to collect enough to drink. And basically what happens, you drink out of your jugs, and then the rain falls, and you refill your jugs as you go. So you're never in any danger of the water. I forget who rolled the last d20. Rain, roll me. Oh, it was Mandred. Rain, roll me a d20.
Oh, I was waiting on a chance to make an 8 inches joke.
Too late. Alright.
It's okay, there's puns happening in Twitch chat.
Are there?
Yeah, the math is very confusing.
Why?
All of you, except Mandra, so actually not all of you, Rain and Theron, you come around the bend of the river, and it looks like there's something on the shore, kind of covered in some vines, being kind of wrapped up with the trees.
So I'm gonna look at that direction. What do my elven eyes see?
It sees a large form wrapped up in vines and standing on the edge of the.
He just
Sure.
told you what you saw.
I mean, I'm trying to say, can I roll something to see something better, or like?
Not from the river, you can't. Do you want to get up on the shore and look at it?
How big are we talking?
Yeah.
10 foot tall.
And I don't see it.
Not with your passive perception. If they point it out to you, you'll see it.
Darren, do you see?
Yeah. Let's take a closer look.
Okay.
Not too close. Maybe within a 10-foot pole range.
Well, who's driving the boat?
It doesn't. It doesn't matter who's driving the boat.
Not currently.
I would assume your guide is in charge of driving the boat.
Because I don't think anybody can drive the boat.
I only say that because the first campaign that we were on, that's what we used to say, driving the boat. And it was running through. You remember that? Tyler?
Yep, that's why
Yeah.
I started saying driving the boat.
Yeah, I know. All right, I'm just gonna keep chilling in the back. You guys do whatever you want until you fucking let me in on the secret. I'm not asking you to do so. I would.
Well, they asked if you saw it.
Oh, I thought he asked. I thought they were asking.
I
each
asked
other.
Darren, and Darren said, "Yeah, look at that thing over there."
Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it has been announced.
No, I'm still in the back of the boat. I
Yep.
don't know what you're talking about. Thing.
Okay. All right. Do you ask your guide to guide you over there?
Yeah, within 10-foot pole range.
Okay. Well, it's further back. It's like not right on the water. It's back on the tree line.
But it is not moving at all.
It's not moving.
Now that we've changed course, I'll get up and go over to them and look at what they're looking at. And can I see what they're looking at? Like, do I also make it out?
As you
from a distance?
approach, you see it kind of in the shadows, popping out. Some sort of large figure. You guys think it almost might be a statue, like an ancient statue?
Does it look like any gods that I may recognize or anything like that?
You can give me a religion check if you like. Okay, so you don't recognize it, especially not from this distance. If you guys get out of the boat and you walk up to it, the dwarf will say, Mushari will go, that's Uptau. He used to be the god, the main god of the humans down here on the peninsula before they pissed him off and he left him alone.
Was he a generous god?
He was a good god. From stories I remember again as the human god, but he was a bit of a trickster. He loved puzzles and mazes.
Might there be a puzzle or maze of some sort nearby? Do you know of any stories or anything like that of one nearby here?
Say I've heard that his shrines will often have a maze on them. If you track them, you might get some good luck. That's the tale I've heard. So like there'll be a maze and like carved into it in the stone, and if you track the maze with your finger, you might get a boon.
Well, I was wanting to go check out whatever this was, anyways.
Rain is certainly
Okay.
interested in puzzles.
Yeah, I want to go over here and just check out the statue.
While
Take a
they
look at
while they do that, I'd like to just take a look around and make sure that there's no one in waiting, and take a look around like the perimeter.
Okay.
And
So
guard to make sure no one, watch out for them while they're taking a look out.
okay. Mandra, give me a perception check. Theron and Rain, give me investigation checks.
Wow.
All right. So Rain, you're busy tearing across. You like climb over the top and you start clearing off the head. Theron, you start clearing off towards the bottom, and buried in the feet, you find what looks like a tube, like a bone tube.
Certainly more exciting than just sitting on the boat all day.
Yeah, I'm going to take a look at it. Is it detachable from the statue?
Yeah, it's just like laying across the feet.
Okay, I'm going to pick it up and examine it. Does it look like a blowgun, or?
If you look inside, it looks like there's something like paper rolled up inside of it.
So I'm going to take one of the jugs that I've got on my my waist, pop the cork, and shape some water out, and make it into a long, thin thing of ice, and push the piece of paper out.
Okay. Yeah, it looks like a rolled up piece of parchment.
Can I unroll it and see what it says?
Yeah, it looks like a map.
So I'm going to tell everybody to take a look at this. It seems to be some sort of map.
A map to the maze?
Maybe.
Are you trained in? Because it looks like it's a map of Chult, and there's a path marked on it from Port 9 Zaru to somewhere marked as Oralunga on the map, which is here.
Can you ping it again?
I'm on the wrong layer. Hold on, I gotta move something for you.
Say, Musharib, do you have any idea what something called Oralunga is?
Oralunga. It's a ancient ziggurat. Supposedly, there's some sort of guardian there that is will provide wisdom and guidance if you go and ask nicely.
Is this one of Tao's places of worship?
What is the origin of Oralunga? That's a good question.
And I guess I'm not a cartographer, but we do have we do have a map, and we have the other map there that we can look at.
So I marked. That's why I marked. It's marked on there. So, it's like yes, it is. It is a shrine that was dedicated to Ubtao, centuries ago. The jungle has long ago overgrown it. It is protected by powerful magics, but not to damage, but to disguise and confuse, from what I understand. But supposedly great wisdom lies inside.
Well,
Another mystery. It's terribly exciting. Have you found where the maze starts?
You don't see a maze on this one.
I'm still brushing off vines and stuff trying to find the maze.
Yep.
No maze here, but I'm sure if we went to this shrine, there might be one there. Maybe the puzzle is getting to this shrine. I mean, this This path is laid out fairly well, but I'm not so good at reading maps. And we don't know how old this thing is.
I'm sorry, I was distracted for a bit. I was trying to mess with something on my character sheet. How far is it from where we are right now?
It is there.
Almost 170 miles as the crow flies.
We're going to have to go by Camp Vengeance anyways. We're following the river. So we'd have to stop off here if we were going to go for it.
So it's kind of on the way. It'll just be like a quick stop.
Well,
it
It'll be a
is
little bit out of the way.
No, it is not. It's like 200 plus miles out of the way from our destination.
yeah, it's 10 days out of the, or 20 days out of the way. 10 days there, 10 days back. Well, we could look at it. Is there any more information on the map? Like, does it have any formations in this area that are drawn out?
No, the map draws you out from it draws a path from Port 9 Zaru to Orolunga. So it shows on the map where Orolunga is in like relation to Camp Vengeance, basically. Actually, it's not even Camp Vengeance, Camp Righteous, which is closer. So you can kind of figure out on the map, on your map, where it's at, but there's no path from where you are to there.
No, I guess what I'm trying to say is we have a map, but
Yes,
basically it looks like this. Is there
Yes.
anything in this area?
He's talking about,
Phil.
are there any additional landmarks?
Yes.
I
Like,
gotcha.
this whole
No.
thing is empty.
Right, yeah, it draws a line from. I'll tell you what. Does anybody have a cartography skill?
Not on
Because
this
it's
character.
because it specifically says a rough map, a crude map. So it's not like it's not super detailed. So if you're good with maps, I'll give you a chance to figure out a path.
No cartography skills.
Yeah,
I do have another
I-
poorly
I
drawn.
built a
though.
character exactly for that, but I opted not to play him yet.
Mandarin?
No, I'm soldier. Soldier. No, not even
Okay.
close.
Very good. So yeah, you guys, you can figure out on the map about where it's at, but you're not able to pick out any. It doesn't have any. Besides for Port 9 Zaru and Orolunga, there's no definite path marked.
Oh,
Sounds like we're gonna have to, later on decide whether we're gonna stop there. But as of now, seems like we may just want to move on.
we only got 3 months to complete our main mission here. If we find some sort of way of traveling faster.
Yep.
But I'm going to fold up the map. And Rain, did you ever find the puzzle?
Rain is puzzled by the lack of puzzles, so if that counts, then yes. But I am ready to continue on.
Would I, Mushrib, is there any sort of tribute that you should leave for these gods here, or is there something that was left for them?
He says it looks like somebody left that map for him. But from what I understand, Uptau abandoned this land a couple hundred years ago. Got tired of all the little kingdoms fighting each other.
Well, I'm taking something. I want to leave something in return. I think I have coppers left over, so I'm going to put down a few coppers near the pipe that I took the map out of,
Okay.
and then just go on.
All right. Very good. Now the pipe was there's like a bone tube, like a scroll case, like a bone scroll case sort of thing.
Oh, then
Not like it wasn't like worked. It was just like a hollow bone they were using for a scroll case.
Okay. Well, I'm taking something. I want to leave something in return.
Okay. So
I'm
you
just leaving-
you've scattered some coppers around the feet of the statue. You clean the statue off all the vines, so it's open. The statue's of a man, a male figure, kindly looking, 10 feet tall, so quite regal and bearing. But not like it doesn't look like a cruel god. At least in this representation.
All right, so I'm going to leave a few coppers around, bow to the statue, and then go back to our boat.
Okay. You guys get back on your boat and you head back out again. Theron, why don't you give me a d20 roll? Okay. Second half of the day goes uneventfully. You're able to move yourself 2 hexes. Mandred?
Yep. Having trouble with my mouse. 1 second.
That's what she said.
I've never had that problem.
All right. You guys set your watches, you get everything set up. Excuse me. Night passes uneventfully. Theron, you're able to cast your good berries if you like.
All right. So I'm going to do that.
Okay. And unless anybody has something they want to do over the evening?
Nope.
Nope. All right. Morning comes. You guys set off again. Let's roll. Everybody take off a salve.
We're at 36.
Oh, actually, there's very little water today, so you do have to mark off. You only get an inch of rain.
All right, so those are gallon jugs?
Yes.
Okay.
So with an inch of rain, you're able to get. So you're able to drink 2 gallons, but you are. That's actually really quick. So you're only able to get 2 gallons per rain catcher. How many rain catchers do you have? 4?
3?
3. So you have 3 rain catchers. That's 6 gallons. You need.
We have 4.
We have 4.
4. Okay, that's 8 gallons. So you have 10, and you need 10 gallons a day total. So you got to take off 2 gallons of. Somebody's got to go burn 2 gallons of water.
I'll burn my 2.
Okay.
I mean, we could do 1 and 1.
Well, I'm going to try something while I let her sleep.
I
got
also
4 hours.
have,
Frightening.
I also have a water skin that was full that I was saving.
Well, you all did. So as I'm saying, Tyler burned his 2, so that's fine. Now you guys are good with the water. And it is Mandred's turn to roll d20.
All right, so during the night, during the 4 hours where everybody else is asleep, could I make a fire? Or do we have a fire set up already?
I assume you had a small fire.
Okay, then I'm going to take 2 gallons of water out of the river and boil it. I've got some pans, I think, in my explorer's kit.
Yeah,
I
you got to
can
boil
use
it for. Yeah, you boil it for an hour, and then is then purified.
Okay, well then I'll do that and refill my water.
Okay, well no, that's last night. This is the next day already.
Well, yeah, I only had to take 4 hours of rest.
I
So
understand, but that was
Okay.
we started. You can do that tonight after you stop again.
Oh, okay, I get
You
you.
see what I'm saying? Okay.
All right, yeah, I'll do that.
So first check. Again, everything goes quite smoothly. You're able to easily breeze your way up the river. Rain, give me a d20. Okay. Second half of the day again passes. As night falls, you come across the ruins of Camp Righteous. It's 9:30 my time, which is 12:30 Eastern time. How's everybody feeling?
Fine for another 30.
I'm good for 30 minutes, but I'm gonna step to the restroom real quick.
Yeah, same here. I go refill my water, go to the bathroom, be right back.
I am. I'm getting kind of tired. I'm just gonna make a cup of coffee. I'm good to go for as late as you guys want to play. I just need like 3-4 minutes to put a cake up in. Is that cool?
Yep. That's fine.
Awesome. Thanks,
5
Tim.
minutes.
Yep.
I'm back. Forgot I
Welcome
had
back.
to feed the cats.
They're probably yelling at you.
There was much yelling. So, how's the weather?
Surprisingly chilly here in Los Angeles.
It was that way today. It was like there's frost.
It was pleasant. Oh, it wasn't that chilly.
No, it was chilly in the morning and then windy all fucking afternoon. Which is weird considering how warm the first half of last week was.
Yeah, I'd rather be cooler than hotter, personally.
I'm kind of the opposite.
I'm back. Sorry, guys.
No worries. I don't even think Tyler's back yet. You're fine.
Yeah, I'm here. I never left.
Oh, okay.
Fucking Tyler.
Alright.
Oh, he's back. Oh,
Yeah.
shit. He heard me.
All right. So this is what you guys see from the river as you sail up. It looks like the ruined camp. There's a broken palisade, some rotting tents, and a massive stone statue rising above the banks of the river. It looks like a man with a crocodile on his back.
Like I was gonna say, is it a dead crocodile? Was it? It's a statue. I'm an idiot.
Yes, I do believe the statue is dead. Never alive in the first place.
Do we see? There's a token there.
There is a token there because I needed to provide light.
What?
Is
Oh,
it?
that's not really there.
No.
Sure. Are you
Okay. Your tokens that are supposed to be there are supposed. I just wanted you to see what you're seeing.
Right.
This token up in the corner is just like I put light on there so you can see what's going on because I wanted a light source. Because it has dynamic lighting set up for some reason, and I don't like. There's one thing in here that requires the dynamic lighting, but I don't want to fuck with it like that right now.
Yeah, so quit staring at my half-orc. Does he not have a head? Or is his head the skull here in the center?
Yeah, it's a stylized head. It's like the crocodile's head's on top of the dude's head.
Well, that's
It looks like he's giving the crocodile a piggyback ride.
yeah. That was the nature of my question. What was his head hunched down
Yeah,
and whatnot, or is the crocodile's head in place of his head?
no, it's not in place of. It's just hunched down.
Okay.
Do we know this place was overrun?
Yeah, you might not have. I don't think you've ever asked about it, even though it was on your map.
I think we were
Your
talking about the other camp.
right. The dwarf will tell you that this was the original camp that the Order of the Gauntlet set up, but they didn't prepare it very well, and the undead on this side of the river overran it and drove them off. They have reset up on the other side of the river, about 10 miles downstream, or upstream rather.
Okay.
But this is the remains of what they originally had.
Hey, Ken. I had to restart Roll20, and now I don't see anything. Did I screw something up now? Never mind. All right. What's our plan of action, Gents? Are we
Should we chance the undead to forage around for any supplies, or do you think it's best, considering our time constraint, to keep moving?
I think we could spend an hour
well,
or so to look around.
It does look like there's a door into leading into the statue, like into the side of the hill between the legs.
Well, I'm gonna ask Mooshrib, how long has this place been abandoned?
The camp's been abandoned for several months. The statue, the shrine, nobody's been in there and come out alive in a very long time. Apparently, it's severely booby-trapped.
Mandrid is going to suggest that we check the outside tents first. Are they still standing? Are they open? And there looks to be a building outside as well.
Okay. Let me drag you over there real quick. This dude's the sun. Do.
As long as you guys don't mind, I just figured we should start there. Make sure there's no one in there, and seems the safest option first. Do you guys agree?
I'm more than fine with that. I'm slightly concerned about the... Oh.
Well, they're just going to let everybody know that there probably won't be a whole lot since this place was abandoned. If, if there's any food or any other supplies, probably been taken by now. But
Is there a fire?
it can never hurt to look.
There are fire pits. I don't know why there's actually a fire there, but there's no actual fire.
Okay.
You come across the abandoned riverside camp strewn with wreckage. The tents are moldy and tattered. All the permanent structures appear to have burned to the ground. 2 intact rowboats are tied off to a short dock. North of the camp is a ridge, built into which is an 80-foot tall stone statue carved like a man with a crocodile on his back. Between the statue's feet is a stone archway leading to a dark tunnel. To the left of the statue is a crude animal pen with a small panicking bird running around inside of it. There are no other signs of life.
Where is the panicking bird?
Yeah, how big is this bird?
It is fairly small. You can all give me nature checks. Actually, you don't have to give me nature checks. The druid will recognize it as an axebeak, which is a predatory, kind of like a predatory ostrich. They're quite big. This one's small. Looks like a juvenile.
Where is it?
Okay, I'm going to go over there. So why? And as I'm going over there, I'm going to be kind of wondering to myself, if this place is abandoned, how is this axebeak here still there? Has it been here this whole time?
Are you wondering that to yourself?
I mean, it kind of as we're going in that direction, I'm just kind of saying that out
I'm
loud.
not going in that direction. You're going in that direction.
Okay, I'm going in that direction. Check out this thing.
Okay. Yeah, the fence there, like the whole place is in rough condition, but that fence is still in pretty good shape. It's a dumb bird. They don't fly, so you think it just kind of got itself stuck in there.
Okay.
Probably, it looks like it's fairly healthy, so it doesn't look like it's been in there that long.
So it hasn't been in there for a month, or
No,
is this thing wild, or?
Oh yes, it's trying to run away from you, and it's trying to it's squawking and trying to scurry away to the far end of the pen, but it's circular, so it keeps running back towards you and squawking and running back around again. And then,
Rain is concerned with the amount of noise the bird is making. It might draw undue attention to us.
Yeah, I'm gonna go up there, and take out one of my rations, and put it down in this square here where I could get to it.
Okay.
The tent in front of us. What's that made of? Fabric?
Yeah, it's rotting canvas. But yeah, so you definitely enter it.
I'm not going to enter it. I'm going to take out my longsword and I'm not walking around it. I'm going to cut a hole in it.
Okay. Yeah, you take time to do that. Theron, give me an animal handling roll with advantage since you used a ration. Okay. Yeah, it calms down. It comes over, it eats it, and kind of squawks at you. Ah!
Okay, well, I'm just going to try and soothe the thing while they're doing other things.
Okay.
Try and console it.
There's a gate there. It looks. I mean, it's held together like a string latch. You'd easily be able to release the creature if you want to.
Okay. I'm not going to release it right now because I don't want it. I know this thing is a predatory bird, and I don't want it really attacking us. So I'm just going to soothe it while everybody else is doing their thing.
Okay. Let's see here. Mandrid, you are... Let's see. Mandrid and Rain are exploring the tents. Mandrid, what side of the tents are you going towards?
Instead of walking over to the entrance, I am going to, right here, just going to put my sword into it and part it.
Okay.
With my longsword. I have my shield out as well, and I'm just going to look in with my sword.
All right. Roll me a d6, please.
That's never good. If it matters, I'm not like thrashing my sword in there, like full. You know what I mean? I'm probably gently slicing it down. I don't know.
No, it's too late for that.
Okay.
Out of the hole, you stick your sword in, you cut a slice through, and through coming up like sticking its head out and taking a bite at you is looks like a black snake with like a hood around its head.
Okay.
You are not whispering.
Nope. Don't know why it doesn't do that automatically anymore. So yeah, it runs out and bites you. You take 1 piercing damage and 2 poison damage as this little black viper latches onto you.
You got it.
You want to fight it or want to back off?
What do you mean?
Like, do we need to roll initiative for it, or are you just gonna like?
Yeah.
Okay.
You just fucking bit me.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. Just go ahead and take your turn.
Oh, okay.
Does he need a con save?
Yeah.
Yep. Yes. So he does. Yep. Take your con save.
I mean, you threw it out there for me to read. I'm a cheat.
Yep. That's fine.
I got
gonna
my since I restarted and everything. I didn't have my my character sheet open, so just give me 1 second. Sorry.
I swear I set this to always have those sheets roll whisper. Okay. Yep. You make your con save. But so you take 1 piercing and 1 poison, so only 2 damage, not 3.
And it's not like I always get confused with poison. I'm not like poisoned, am I?
You do not have the poison. You do not have the poison condition. It's just poison damage.
In case you were like a dwarf and you had resistance to poison.
Oh, I have resistance to necrotic damage.
It's not the same thing.
Damn it. For some reason, my Roll20 is running extra slow tonight.
Mine's been kind of jumpy and laggy too. I don't think it's just you.
Let me just see if I can just close down one thing real quick. If you can give me... No, I'll just roll my stuff because we don't have much time left. I'm sorry.
I'm kind of taking quick peeks in these tents while Birdman's and Snakeman's.
Okay.
And until there's an actual audible like, oh shit, a snake or something.
I'm taking my action, right?
Yep. Okay, Rain. Yeah, you're going through you try and peer in the tents with it, like the canvas just keeps like rotting around your fingers.
Oh, I'm using my sword, not my fingers.
Okay. Then it's rotting. Your sword it's like cutting through wet like soft butter. It's just they fall apart. There's nothing you can find in there that's interesting.
Okay. I get bored quickly, so I'll kind of muck with one. I'm keeping an eye on Theron because he's the reason I walk this way. But I will kind of move this general direction.
Okay. Yep. So you just the snake bites you and reels back and it hisses and you just slice its head right off.
And after I slice the snake down, I say something witty. And do I see anything else in the? I don't like peek my head in, but can I see anything else inside now?
It looks like it was evacuated really quickly, but it just looks like there's a table that's like broken and bent over. It looks like stuff was torn off the walls of the tent, but you don't see anything remaining in there.
No other snakes or anything in there?
No.
All right. I'm going to take a step inside of the tent and look around. Any other snakes? Anything else in the tent? Like dangerous? Any
no
snakes at all?
It looks basically empty.
All right. I'm going to very quickly take the head and the snake, and put it in my pack.
Okay.
It'll make sense later, and I'm gonna take a look inside the tent for anything of value or resourceful, whether it be maps or potions or gold or anything at all.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
What
I
are
really
these
should
bad
take
boys?
something. Wisdom.
Those are latrines.
Copy.
Oh God, that's every roll has been absolutely terrible. Finally,
Yeah, unfortunately, it goes to waste. There's nothing interesting in here.
oh, come on, Ken. Something. Give me
I tell
something.
you
Like,
what.
I don't even
Hold
care
on.
if it's valuable.
Hold on. That's a fair point.
Just give me something like a marble. I don't care.
Fun to their axe beak.
Actually, you know what? I'll be nice. You find a spyglass.
Sweet mother of
Are
God.
you serious, Ken?
Yep. I rolled on the random loot.
Man.
I rolled on the there's a random loot drop, and I rolled on, and that's what came up.
You don't understand how awesome that is, Ken. There's nothing more awesome than a spyglass that I could have found in there.
I mean, I'm just
That
going to
is
take it from
awesome.
you again in a couple sessions. It's fine.
I'm probably
Yeah,
not going to make it through this session if any more snakes pop out. I have a feeling that I got really lucky on that damage roll.
Yeah, kind of.
Well, no, I didn't. Well, 2d4. Yeah, I did.
Yep.
The buildings that are burned down,
Mhm.
do they look? Does it look like they were attacked and burned down? I don't know how best to describe that. Does it look like they torched and retreated, or are there signs of the buildings being attacked and burned?
Give me an investigation check. What it looks like is that they were evacuating, and it was chaos. It looks like there was a lot of chaos. Like you can see, regular footprints. You can see like bare footprints. You can see almost like skeletal footprints. And so it looks like they're in the middle of the attack. They're trying to retreat, and maybe somebody just knocked over a lantern, and it burned some of the tents down.
That's more where my question was going. Was it an accident, or did they burn their own stuff on purpose? Or
look to your investigation, looks like an accident.
Okay, then I'm gonna walk back down this way.
Okay. Theron, is there anything in particular you want to be doing now?
I'm gonna look back to everyone else, and if we're about ready to go, I'm going to let the axe speak out.
Okay.
And hopefully we're not ready to go.
Not just yet. And quick question: are we doing the HP and stuff inside the whatever it is, or are we just using our character sheets?
I haven't set that up yet because I didn't have all the tokens for everybody.
Okay.
Once everybody gives me tokens, I will set that all up.
Did anybody go in the other tent?
Not this one, no.
There's nothing in the. I'll just go ahead and tell you. There's nothing in the big tents.
Okay. I kind of want to see if there's foot traffic if there's signs of tracks that led up these stairs.
Okay. So give me a second here. So far, what you haven't gone into yet? You haven't gone into the temple. You haven't gone into the latrines. You haven't gone into this building here.
I see somebody in the distance. Who is that?
Who's this?
Yes.
It is that's just the other token I'm using for light.
Light. It's got unlimited light distance on it.
All right, so I'm gonna start making my way. I'm gonna look over to my companions and motion that I'm heading over to the big building if they want to join me.
Okay. I'm gonna whisper, or I'm gonna wait till the axe beak is chewing down the rest of that ration, and pet the thing real quick and say, we'll let you out here in a little bit, and follow Mandrid.
Okay. You had a really good animal handling roll, so it's just going to be chill there for a bit. So Mandrid, you walk over. Rain, give me an investigation check. Which build you're investigating? The building over here, Mandrid? Pat?
I keep forgetting this stupid button. You know what? I'm taking off the fucking push to talk because
Okay.
no more bananas for me. Yeah, that building, but I'm going to wait for my companions.
Okay.
I'm not going to get too close to it till my companions get closer to me.
Okay, well, Theron's going to go over there and join you. Rain, with that investigation check, you don't. It's very it's dirty and it's those dirt scattered all over. There's leaves all over. You don't really see anything.
Are there physically cobwebs blocking these trails? Or the path, rather?
Yeah. The inside is very dark and like it's hard to see, but there are definitely cobwebs kind of obstructing view. You also have your dwarf companion. He's just been kind of sitting there with his arms crossed. He's like, "This reminds me of a story from when I was a little dwarf." Shut up.
Mm-hmm.
But well, you want to hear it?
Rain assumed that the story was forthcoming.
Oh, all right. This is going to take a second to read, gentlemen. I apologize. In the early days of the world, man stood on the banks of a river, frightened. Crocodile raised his head from the water and asked, "What troubles you, cousin man?" Man said, "I must cross this river, but I fear to enter the water alone, because it teems with your brethren." Crocodile replied, "It's true, you would not be safe, but I will carry you across the river safely on my back, if you promise to return the favor." Man agreed, and Crocodile bore him safely across the water. When they reached the far bank, Man asked, "How can I repay you?" Crocodile replied, "I wish to see the realm of humans, but I fear to go there alone, because it teems with your brethren. You must carry me on your back across your realm." Man had been tricked, but a promise is a promise, so he carried Crocodile safely on his back across the entire realm of humans, a journey that lasted many years. He also swore in his anger that never again would men and crocodiles be friends, and so does remain to this day.
Rain's gonna kind of scratch his chin and then look up at the big statue. And then scratch his chin and study the statue without saying anything for a few moments.
Okay. In the meantime, the two of you got over to the burned out building. It looks like, now you get closer, a burned out shrine of some sort.
This is Vengeance, is the name of the camp?
No, this is Camp Righteous.
Righteous. Thank you.
Can I tell what the shrine is to?
From the outside, no.
Obviously from the picture, right, from the map that we're looking at, it looks like the whole front of the building is gone. But do I have to go in to see, or can I see from the outside if I get closer?
If you want to try and see from the outside, you ought to give me a perception check.
Does it look safe to step inside?
From what you can tell, without doing it, like just from just looking around, like it seems like the half the building burned away, but the back half has stood up for all this time.
Does it look like it's still burning? That's
no? Again, no, it's just for show. It's not actually burning.
I'll take a step in. I'll start walking amongst the rubble.
Okay, your eyes adjust a bit. There is still an altar against the back wall. There are a few burned out benches across the floor, and it looks like there is a medallion of some sort dangling above the altar.
I'll get closer to it. I'm not gonna quite touch it.
Okay.
Can I tell what the medallion is, or what god, or what it is?
Yeah, it looks to be a holy symbol of the god Torm.
Can you say the name again?
Torm, Torm.
Torm.
Mm-hmm.
I don't, as a player, I don't know, but I assume
I'm looking up right now for it. He is a lawful good god of courage and self-sacrifice. The symbol is a white gauntlet, a right-handed gauntlet.
Right-handed, yep.
And he is a popular god for paladins and clerics, like the sort of people that would be a part of the Order of the Gauntlet.
Would be cool, but if I just said that was my god.
Yeah. It's made out of silver. It's 25 gold.
What what his alignment is?
Lawful good.
Can I just make him my god?
Sure.
Can I be outraged that this is burnt down and just?
Yeah, that's up to you.
Even though I have like an angelic guide, this is between me and you. This is not for the characters because they don't know this as of yet. But I'm gonna be outraged, and I'm gonna walk over, and I'll say, "Oh, great and mighty Torm, you don't deserve this." I'm gonna take the medallion and put it around my neck and say, "I swear vengeance for those who have committed sacrilege and disgraced your altar. I will punish them and do what I can to restore order to this peninsula. Is it, or this island?
Peninsula.
Peninsula. And I'm gonna bend down and say a prayer. But that was easy to pick, my God.
There you go. All right. Rain, was there anything in particular you wish to be investigating?
That was my old role.
I'm sorry, that was Rain. Theron, rather. Sorry.
I'm going to be looking around. I wanted to investigate this. Well, I guess see that this area was okay for Mandra to go in.
Mhm.
The other thing, this giant statue, does it bear any resemblance to Tau, the other statue that we saw earlier?
Are you trying to figure out yourself, or are you asking like Musharib that?
I will be trying to figure that out myself. Just look at I just looked at the old statue, and then I'm looking at this.
I see. No, the person, the man on this statue and the statue of Utu look nothing alike.
Okay. I'm just gonna wait while Andrew does this thing and say, I'm gonna leave you for now. I'm gonna leave you for a little bit. I'm gonna go check out this statue here in the middle of the camp.
Rain sees that there is a passage between his feet, but it does not look like it has been visited in quite some time. Full of cobwebs and nastiness.
That's what I'm seeing. Does the area here look? All right, so this place has been abandoned for a few months.
Yes.
Is this area here? Does it look like it's been abandoned for even longer than that, or can we tell?
Yeah, as you start to approach, I'm gonna tell you what. Let me just go ahead and turn off the dynamic lighting. 1 second.
Thank you.
At this point, if we're gonna do this. Okay.
Oh no.
Can you guys see into there now?
Nope. We can see less now.
That's not right. 1 second.
And not just because I rolled a 9 on perception.
And before it gets really dark in here, is there anything else in this temple that I can salvage, not for money, but for my God? And any parchments, any
If there was something else, I would have told you about it.
This is my God, Ken.
Yeah, I just gave you a god and a spyglass.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
What more do you want?
I gave you faith and 1,000 gold spyglass.
He gave you faith and vision, sir. Take it.
Yeah.
All right. So what do you see in there?
Sight.
There is a floor across here that ends in looks like a 40-foot wall.
If you were pointing at something, I think you were on the wrong layer or something.
Sorry. So the floor goes across here
Mm.
until you hit what looks like a.
Is it a stone wall?
Yeah, like a stone. It's work stone, but it is a stone wall. I'm sorry, it's only 7 feet high. There, 7 foot high ledge. So just high enough you can't see over the top of it.
Rain is going to lightly call out in the direction that we had left Mandrid to say that we are investigating the tunnel, And then taking my sword, I'm going to kind of attempt to sweep up some of the cobwebs and clear the first section of cobwebs here.
Okay.
I did look for traps with a 9 perception.
Okay. You don't see any traps.
I'm gonna respond and say, please wait a second, companions. I am on my way, and I'll say one final prayer and start jogging back. And for purposes of backstory, I'll say I'll send you a message later as to what transpired. This wasn't my god until I walked in here. I had received a message from my angelic guide saying you'll come across, a half burnout shrine, and that's who you're. It'll be a sign that you're following that god, and you'll receive, paladin power shortly thereafter.
Okay.
Blah blah blah. Just for thematic purposes.
I approve.
Yep. Rain, do me a favor, roll me an insight check.
Okay.
Where's Theron?
Directly on top of Rain.
All right, I'm gonna step in front.
Rain, you're pretty sure you don't know what. Well, I'm not going to tell you what. You have to figure it out. But you think that story that the dwarf told you is probably thematically important to this temple.
I was feeling that as a player as well, but I needed more clues.
Okay. Well,
Which is
the only
why
clue I'm not going to give you any clues beyond what you already
Right.
got.
Well, yeah, that's why I'm investigating. I want to find the clues. So my first step is to remove the cobwebs and try to see better. But
Okay.
I wasn't stepping any further than this.
Okay.
Do you share that information? Your gut feeling there?
I honestly don't feel like Rain would. He's got that like weird cat curiosity thing going on, but not enough to be like, "Hey guys, remember the story?"
Yeah.
Well, we didn't hear the story.
Oh,
Well, you should have listened to the dwarf. If
No, I heard the
they
story,
weren't.
but we weren't there.
Yeah,
I know.
the players heard it. The characters.
I know.
Okay, all right.
I will relay the cliff notes of the story.
after you relay the cliff notes, Mandrid will say, we should be conscious then, since I believe it was mentioned to us that, didn't he say something along the lines of this may be severely or heavily booby-trapped, this shrine or whatever?
That is
Not
why
the
Rain
shrine.
is looking for traps.
No.
I thought the ziggurat was booby-trapped.
Considering the Cliff Note version of the story you just gave us, perhaps if we do travel in here, considering that story, anyone traveling in here, maybe if anyone's traveling more than one set of footprints, may set off some sort of trap.
So you think that Rain should carry you upon his back?
Or vice versa. Yeah. Maybe you should try carrying the lighter wood elf here. Or we should.
Well,
go
Rain will
one
have
at
to
a time.
concede to you at this point, because clearly you bested him at wrestling.
We may have to leave some of our I'm strong, but I'm not that strong. We may have to leave some of our tents outside.
The dwarf tells you, I'll keep watch. I'm not gonna go in there.
Yeah, when we're in exploring mode, I'm not strapped with tents and rain catchers and all that stuff. That's at the boat.
You mean you don't want to play Skyrim or what's?
No, I'm not gonna pick up a blue butterfly wing and become encumbered.
Yeah, we need more carry weight. Darren's gonna glance over at the axe beak. Well, the story said something about a man carrying an animal across. there's an axe beak over there.
That's not a bad theory, friend. I look at you in a new light.
Rain will stand very far back as you attempt to strap that creature to your back and enter a creepy tomb in the middle of the jungle.
How big is the bird?
It's medium. It's not. I mean, you could definitely try and put it on your back. I mean, you're going to have to make another animal handling check. It's not going to want to go on your back. But
I think I'll walk over to the axe beak and I'll pull out another ration and try and soothe this thing and see if we can attempt to get it to do what we want.
All right. Give me a animal handling check. I'll give you advantage again.
All of a sudden, he's using words like "we."
All right. Yeah, it climbs up. You can try and you pick it up and you put it on your shoulders. It digs its talons in there as it's munching on a ration.
Rain would like to point out how ridiculous you look right now.
Yes, I don't think this is the greatest idea. Do I see any noticeable traps as I'm coming over here?
You can give me a perception check if you like.
Guess I'm too distracted by the axe beak.
Yep, you don't notice anything.
I'm gonna hand the remaining good berries to Mandrid and say, if something happens, these things have some sort of healing powers.
I will take them and I'll put them in my pack. There's plenty of room in my pack now that I left. I'm gonna say pretty much all of my gear that is not necessary for fighting or healing with the dwarf.
I just want to say that, Theron, you're swinging for the fences on how did your character die? Well, I was carrying an axe beak on my shoulders while wading through cobwebs into a tomb in the middle of the jungle. In an area known to be full of undead. And I rolled a 1.
I actually did roll a 1 on my headline. I'm going to take a step forward.
Okay.
Does anything happen?
Nope.
Another step forward?
No, you're fine.
Okay, I'm going to slowly continue on till I get to.
Okay, when you get to there, that's where that's a 7-foot ledge right there. So you have to pull yourself up.
Yeah.
So I'm going to attempt to do that.
Okay.
And realize that there is no way that I'm going to be able to do it. Well, I'm going to try once.
Okay, so athletics check.
No way.
Okay, so you jump up and you try and grab it, but the bird pecks at your hand, and you fall, and the bird falls off of you.
Dead.
Hold on. Rain, are you actually there?
I was coming to help once I realized that this was an up thing. I was coming to give him a boost. I don't know whether his failure happens right as I get there or not.
Okay.
But I was.
Do you guys want high or low to be bad?
Low.
Low? All right. Hunter, I need a dexterity saving throw.
Thank you, Master.
Oh, you guys are fucked. Theron.
I made fun of you for this is how your character dies, and then I fucking walked in there too.
Theron, I don't know if there's a way you can survive this. Give me a dexterity saving throw, Theron.
Clearly he is much more dexterous since he has a bird on his head.
All right. Rain, you fall into a 20-foot pit.
Okay.
But you only take 3 damage because you made your dexterity save.
Okay.
Theron, you actually made your dex save. So you fall, the bird falls on top of you, and you both just kind of stare at each other, and then a blade comes out of the wall, slices the bird in half, and digs into you. You're going to take 9 damage.
Oh, God.
How many hit points do you have left?
1.
Oh, my God.
Now, where's the pit actually at? Like, did the floor we're on?
You see, where you are, Rain. Do you see where the floor kind of looks like it's in 3 dimensions? That's because it falls down.
Are you guys going to be able to get out of there? Because I think we're done. I think we're done here.
You had the right. You actually had the right idea. You weren't supposed to use the axe beak. You just had to put somebody on your shoulders. So right? Theron had it right until he completely botched climbing that wall.
I had to try. Well, I mean, we have a cat man, so I mean that's close enough to. I don't think we carry the cat man on our back.
If the cat had put you on his back and climbed up, you'd been fine. So yeah, Theron, you are lying there with a bleeding out. Rain, you can climb out of the pit. It's not that. It's 20 foot deep.
But then he's gonna get screwed by walking alone.
Well, he can climb out either side. There's a 10-foot ledge around the edges.
But and then he'll be fine if he climbs out and gets.
If he climbs out the other way, if he climbs out this way, yeah, he's probably gonna get sliced with a blade.
Can I crawl over there to the?
Is it possible for him to do it, or?
There's no trap. This is the first section of the thing. So he climbs out this direction. He's fine. Can you guys see my arrow?
Yes, we can see the arrow. I'm trying to figure out things.
And I just want to make sure, because otherwise I'm gonna grab the dwarf and come in there and save the day. I'm gonna draw a shape.
That's where the pit is.
Oh, okay.
You see how it looks like
I thought the pit was here. I thought the pit was here.
No, that's where the blade is.
Oh, okay.
Do you see where the floor here looks like it goes down?
Yeah.
Because there's a pit.
See, this looks like the pit to me.
No, that's another ledge. That's on top of the ledge.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out was the 3 dimensions look you were talking about here. So now I understand better. I'm gonna walk out and I'm gonna say to Mandrid, the good news is we figured out the trap. The bad news is we need to carry somebody, and Theron, I don't think he's doing so well. However, there are an odd number. Should we convince the dwarf?
In the meantime, Theron, I'll let you crawl to the pit trap. Now you have to give me a dexterity save, an acrobatics check to get around the ledge safely. That's a DC 10.
Well, instead of him doing that, I might tell him to stay put and figure something else out.
Okay, if he stays there too long, he's going to trigger the trap again.
Oh, okay. So can we take a 1 minute just time out for a second? I know we can't. But...
That's not the way Chald works.
Yeah, I know.
So start crawling.
Yeah, shit. I just want to run in there and save him.
Okay, well.
If you want to try and run in there and run across that pit, run across the ledge of the pit, and pick him up on your shoulders real quick, I'll let you do it. But you're going to have to make some checks.
Would it be athletics or dex?
It's acrobatics to get around the pit. Well, unless you want to try and jump the pit.
The pit's 20 feet deep.
20 feet deep, 20 feet across.
And what is that, a strength check? Disadvantage with heavy armor?
I start unspooling my rope. While he's crawling, I get rope ready, and I'm going to throw him rope so that he can grab the rope and...
Okay, is there a chance that I'll get hit with the blade? Or
yes. If you jump across, right. Yes, absolutely.
And the jump is a strength check, but is there?
It's athletics.
Okay, I've been muted this whole time. So
yes, you have.
I'm going to start walking that, or I'm going to start crawling in that direction. So would it be possible for me just to slide down into the pit and not take any damage?
Slide
to intention slide. I'll give you an acrobatics check, but you'll have advantage on it.
Can
Okay.
where is he right now? Because
He's on the edge of the pit.
and where is what's his face? Where's Rain?
He's right. Rain's right here.
I clambered out of the pit, and I immediately realized that fuckery was happening, and I started getting my rope ready
I
to
thought
throw
that
to
was
Theron.
a light guy. I thought that was somebody for a light because you look like a snake, dude. I can't. It looks like a snake to me.
I'm
It's
a
a tiger.
cat.
My eyesight is going. It
All
looks
right,
like a python. Oh, there we go. That's just a tiger, man. That's not a NCP. That's a fucking. You belong at the zoo. Can I throw him the berries? Can I throw him the berries from here, or are they not going to make it? 'Cause
Well,
they're-
I assume he would have the berries.
no,
Well,
he gave them
I
to
gave
me.
them
He
to him.
explicitly
why.
gave
Oh,
the
okay.
berries away.
Sure, you can throw the berries to him.
All right, I
The
start throwing
rope
all of the
Oh my
berries
God.
away.
Okay, Theron, give me an acrobatics check to a dexterity check to see if you can catch them. Nope, they just bounce into. They bounce further back into the blade room.
Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna try and slide down into that pit. All right, it was a pit. It was not
It's a pit.
There's spikes at the bottom of the
No.
pit.
There's no spikes. Just
Oh, do we have a rope?
Yes.
I've
on
been
the other side of a 20-foot pit.
I was throwing it at him
Okay, and what are you going to do after that?
so that he doesn't fall 20 feet to his death. He can.
Swing and slide against the far side of the pit?
And take 1 damage.
Well, you should use your fucking
Wait,
feet.
how
first of
far
all.
can I get without incurring?
Okay,
I could come
you
closer.
can try it.
right?
You can try and crawl across the ledge. Okay, which is an acrobatics check.
But can I come here without anything happening, or
Oh.
no?
Yes,
know
you
what,
can go there. That's fine.
I'm just gonna do this.
Okay, this is
Well, shit. Of course, I'd roll a 1.
You're
Anyways, I'm gonna healing word myself, and then I'm gonna try and. I don't think I can jump 15 feet, so I'm just gonna try and slide down into the pit as gracefully as I can.
all right. Give me an acrobatics check with advantage because you're doing it very carefully. All right, you're able to get down, no problem. You're able to walk across the pit. You can then use the rope to climb up the side of the pit.
That's what I was going to do.
Okay.
I would like to climb up the pit, or climb up and say, "Guys, I think I'm done here."
Where is the bird?
There.
There, and you look down, you're just covered in bird blood.
I immediately do lay on hands for 5 HP on him the second he gets up.
Okay. So you
So
got a
you're
burn
back.
spell? You did
You're
that?
back. Yep.
Cool.
You're back to your your full HP.
All right. So you guys.
Next time, don't. And I start walking away.
I mean, he had the right idea.
No,
There's
I
some
had the
good
right idea.
there's some good treasure in there, guys.
Not right now. We will come back.
Remember when I said we could go in with people on our back and not a scary bird? That
Okay,
isn't-
so the story said the man carried an animal.
yeah,
figured
a
that
crocodile
the
who was
animal-
a friend, not a bird who has the brain of a walnut and doesn't talk
Hey,
to
who was my
his friend. Yeah, for 3 minutes.
Okay, the story was suspect to begin with, because why is a dwarf telling a story that he heard when he was a kid about a human?
Why are
It's
you
just-
trying to jump
the
up
dwarf
7
here
feet
seems-
to a ledge
the
with
dwarf's
a
just
giant
sitting-
bird on your back?
The dwarf sitting there on the edge of the thing is like, hey, it's just a Chult legend. It's not a. It's just a fairy tale. You look like
I think
shit.
I feel
Rain,
like shit.
Rain was fine with the people carrying people. He just noted that
Yeah.
Mandred should be
Yeah.
doing the carrying.
Mandrid's gonna walk over to the dwarf and say, "I think we picked the right guide, just not the right party." And he's gonna look back at Theron and give him a little grin, like he's joking.
I'm
And
just
smile and smile at him.
I'm just gonna walk over. I'm just gonna walk back over to the river and start cleaning off my clothes. Or my
no one has prejudication.
no,
No.
but I do have shape water.
Oh, there you go. You can. Oh,
I'll
what can you
just be
do with
wet.
that? Yeah,
I can be a waterbender. That's what I can do.
that's pretty cool. Like what was that guy? What's the guy's name from The Last Airbender?
There was Katara. I think that's the only waterbender I know of. I don't know.
I don't know either.
Maybe Aang. I don't know.
What stinks is, I mean, obviously, if we were all higher level, we could all do cooler things. But as an Azamar, I think it's either 2 or 3. Once I hit level 3, I could just fly. I have wings, and I could just fly. I could probably carry both of you with my strength, and we could just fly up there. So we could come back in a little bit, and we just fly up there. So,
All right.
I
Before-
almost. Go ahead.
No, it's this. Are you guys like? What are you guys doing? Are you heading back to the boats, or what are you guys doing?
Right.
I went back to the boat because I'm cleaning myself off. I don't know what they're doing.
Okay.
Rain is willing
as
to
you-
try again.
Mandrid will agree with Rain and say perhaps we let Theron take a break. I wouldn't venture all the way in without him, but I would I would be willing to go in, to check out the entrance, and see what lies just right in ahead if you want to go right now and do it, unless we were calling it a night.
But before you have a chance to call it a night, you guys hear just a crazed cry as like a 10-foot tall figure comes storming out of some trees to the south.
Looking for his fucking bird.
Oh God!
The way you said that. Where is it?
I
Is
want,
it on the
I want my bird.
map? Oh, it's a bird, isn't it? It's a big bird. Theron, I think you better get back here. You got some splaining to do. Oh shit!
Where I don't see it.
Mama Bird's here to lay some smackdown on your ass. You better get that blood cleaned off it before she smells it. And I ain't got no heels left, and you ain't got no berries left. You were probably better off bleeding out in that fucking pit.
Maybe we could try carrying the big bird.
The dwarf is like whistling and like walking off like he doesn't see anything.
All right, this is what it looks like.
Oh, okay. It's not a bird. Okay.
Oh, where?
In the roll 20
Yeah,
chat.
it is. Did you post something?
Yeah, in roll 20 chat.
Oh,
It looks like a bunch of, Diablo 2, where the guys stack on top of each
Oh.
other.
it looks like from what's that game from PlayStation? Oh shit. What's that game from PlayStation?
You lost me.
He's like it's like from
Not important.
Australia or
Oh,
Tasmania,
shit.
yeah.
All right, everybody roll initiative.
I have a 0.1 initiative, so I don't know how that's possible, but
There's some weird math involved. It's not important at the moment.
All right. Looks like the creature goes first. And I think he's just gonna charge the big old tiger person and start swinging with the scimitars. Looks like he has like 6 hands and this come blading. He's not organized, but he's swing as much as you can.
Okay. 15.
15. All right, one hit, 8 damage.
Jesus Christ.
Well, first of all, that's a bunch of bullshit.
Guys, fleeing is an option
Yeah.
because we cannot be raised. I'm just saying.
Theron.
Knows.
Whatever you
What?
got, man. Big guns got to come out right away. Whatever you have.
Did I see it? I mean,
Yeah, you can see it.
It was also
Okay.
like loud, I think.
Yeah, it's like shouting a war cry. If you're looking from the back there, Theron, it doesn't look like one creature. It looks like 3 goblins stacked on top of each other.
okay. Yeah, I'm going to cast Thorn Whip on the bottom
Okay.
and miss. Amazing.
So you whip whip thorns at him, but doesn't do anything. Rain.
I would like to rage as a bonus action.
Okay.
And then I am just gonna swing my sword at the middle one.
All right. That is 6 damage. Let's see. I'm trying to find my page with this information in there.
Plus,
I think it's a strength 6. Oh, yeah, plus 2?
Plus rage damage, yeah.
Okay.
I'm making sure that didn't get mathed in there.
It does not appear to.
Yep, nope. So plus 2 more.
Okay. Yep. So one of the goblins dies. The other 2 fall to the ground. So there's another goblin now with his own initiative. But I just love the idea of these stupid little goblins fucking standing on top of each other. So it's like it's useful.
And I was hoping I could grab the one on the bottom and knock them all over.
Yeah, well, it had the same
that was a
effect.
good idea. Yeah.
Killing the middle one had the same effect. Alright. Oh. Rain just went. Mandrit. They are prone, you have advantage.
Yep. I am going to take the dodge action. No, just kidding. I am going to swing my long sword at the one right beneath me.
Okay.
16 hit.
16 does hit.
All right.
Doesn't-
Slashing.
Yep, doesn't kill it, but it does hit.
I don't think I have anything else. That's it.
Alright. This goblin stands up. He's just used his turn to stab you to attack you. He's actually going to try and climb back on his companion, I think. They're not very smart. Theron.
Wait, which one's gonna try to climb back up on his companion?
The one that just attacked you.
He was the one who was on
Top.
Oh, he was on the bottom. Yeah, he was on top. You're right. I'm sorry. No. Yeah, he was on top. You're right. It doesn't matter. And I'm an idiot. I'll stop talking, Ken. I'm an idiot. I need to shut up.
Thank you. All right.
You're welcome.
Theron.
All right, I'm going to try and throw him with the bottom one again.
Okay. Well, they're not stacked on each other now.
I thought you said he was climbing back up.
It takes an action for it. It's sort of like it's not there yet.
Okay.
But yeah, the one on the left has been bloodied. The one on the right has not.
All right. In that case, I would use Produce Flame to attack it instead of Thorn Whip. But I still roll a 13.
13 hits a goblin. Actually, no, it doesn't. I lied. Sorry. Never mind.
Okay, then I missed.
Okay. So this goblin is going to assist his friend in climbing back up there. I think that's how that works. Where the fuck is this?
Can I ask you guys a quick question?
Yeah.
Sure.
Rain, I don't see your name on the bottom of your
I haven't set the tokens up like that yet. As soon as I get tokens, I'll get all the tokens set up for everybody.
Oh, I was gonna say, do you want me to take mine off? Because I see it on the bottom of mine. I didn't know if you want me to take mine off.
That's a thing that the DM has access
okay.
to. And,
Sorry.
Yeah.
And I don't see Theron at all.
Yeah, because you see your own, and only your own, until the DM sets it up.
I just don't. Oh, I can't see him because of light. Never mind. Yep. He's blocked.
I have matching tokens for everyone if you want them.
Yes, send them to me after the game. All right. This goblin's going to take a swing at Mandrid. Actually, no, he's trying to stack his front piece buddy on top of him. Rain, the goblins are successfully stacked on top of each other.
I attacked the bottom one.
Okay. You slice him in half.
+2.
And, yep. Because he had 7 hit points, so you did 15, so he's sliced in half. The bottom one lands and does like a Ric Flair kind of no sort of thing where he backs himself in the corner. He's trying to beg for his life. Mandrid.
Before I go, I turn to my I turn to Rain and I say, "See, I told you I'd be impressed once you started using those tents." And I'm gonna slice. And I laugh, and I'm gonna slice at the last goblin with my longsword. 16 hits.
16 hits. Yep. You slice him right through.
I'm gonna slice right down on top of his head. And the one that I killed, what is he? Could I see him again?
Yeah.
It's in the chat.
Oh, it is in the chat, right?
Yep. So basically, they have like a big war mask. That look like they're each wearing a mask that kind of like overlap each other to form like a disgusting looking face.
Which one did I just kill, or does it not matter?
It doesn't matter. They all have like one looks like a dinosaur, one looks like a fearsome bird.
Whatever one I just killed, I'm gonna take his mask, and they're like a tiny mask, right? It's not like it wouldn't fit on my face.
No, they're small. They're not tiny, but they're small.
They would be like the size of my hand or something.
Like halfling sized.
All right, I'm gonna take the mask and put it in my bag. I collect trophies for everyone that I kill, so just the one that I kill though. So I'm gonna put that in my bag.
Okay.
Rain
very good.
Thoroughly make sure they're dead using his sword.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we'll check the bodies for any sort of loot, weapons, keys, anything useful at all.
Okay.
I'm going to come back over there and make sure everyone's okay. Does everyone see hurt? Or does anybody seem hurt? Because I could see.
Rain is bleeding profusely, and he seems to be completely ignoring it while stabbing through all 3 of the bodies, despite the amount of damage that was done to each of them. But then once it's, calmed down, he will stow his sword and kind of like notice that he has a huge gash across his chest and like hold his paw up to staunch the bleeding.
Manager's gonna look him over and say, I'm sorry, friend. I don't have any more ability to heal right now. And I'll turn to Theron and say, "Are you able to make any more of those berries? Otherwise, I can try to climb down into the pit and collect the ones that I threw away."
Well, no, they're not in the pit. You threw them at him, and he missed catching them, so they like rolled into the other room with the blade.
I know that they're not there. I was
okay.
I'm just like scrambling.
You could totally crawl down in there if you want to. I will go ahead and tell you guys you are going to level up. After this, you're going to get 200 total XP today. So
awesome.
I'm assuming this is where we're stopped, and you can take a long rest, and you can level up. And
awesome.
We'll pick it up next week. So it should be 300 total XP, which gets you level 2, right?
Correct.
Cool. Yep.
Okay. Very good. So very combat light first 2 sessions. It's not going to stay that way. I do want to warn you, this little shrine here is a great place to have very early on, because this is how every temple and shrine and everything in this campaign works. It's all traps and it's all bullshit. You got to pay attention.
Okay. So
Okay.
we should, for the experience and to learn how things work, we probably should go through it.
It wouldn't be a bad idea.
It's probably level
And
appropriate.
It's level appropriate. It's just like getting your mind wrapped around the fact that everything here is trying to kill you all the time.
So maybe we do a cool little RP session at the beginning of next session, and we talk Theron into, or we attempt to talk Theron into giving it another go.
And Karen.
Yeah, Karen will be back next week, so maybe you can talk Karen into it.
I have a feeling we're not going to be able to talk her into doing anything she doesn't want to do. So, but maybe we could trick her into thinking it was her idea to begin with.
All right. So yeah, have a good night, gentlemen. Hunter, if you send me those tokens in Discord, I will put them in Roll20 and set up for HP. If you guys want anything on your token besides hit points, send it to me in Discord, and I will put those on your tokens as well.
Mine
Awesome, thank
is already set up, Ken, because I did it in my game where I'm the DM before character vaulting it over. So don't worry about mine.
Okay, very good.
Would it be possible to put like a little dot for each one of my kills on my token?
No.
Oh,
You could just make the green one, or the one you're not using, numbers.
That's
Or
true.
you could have a count up.
just to like stay in line with all the trophies I'm gonna collect. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
actually, I do know how to do that, so I will do that for you.
Oh, that'd be cool. That'd be. Really cool to do,
I
to
just
stay
thought I can do it, so yeah, I can do that for you.
All right, awesome. And I'll keep track of it so I have the number just in,
Well, it'll be on your
Thanks,
sheet,
man.
so it'll be like where the ammunition is on the sheet.
Oh,
so you
okay.
just click
Yeah,
up the up button and it'll add it on there. It'll be like a
awesome.
resource. All right, talk to you guys
And
later.
I'm gonna
sorry.
send you those questions. So I'll do that now. Don't worry about answering them or whatever.
Cool.
So, thanks. It was a great session, Ken. Thanks again.
No worries, guys.
Yeah,
Thank you for
I
playing.
enjoyed it.
Thanks,
See you
guys.
next week.
Good night, guys.
Have a good one.